Tilt is real.
This is when the tilt is real.
Welcome to another episode of the Tilt is Real Fantasy Podcast. Coming to you live from the chef's table, here are your hosts, James Crease and Juan Pena. Let's go.
Good morning and happy Fun Day Sunday. It is football, gentlemen. It is November 22nd, 2020, and we are live here with the Sunday Tilt edition of the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, James Crease, also known as the Fantasy Football Chef. Joined here at the chef's table with me, as always, Mr. Juan Carlos Pena. How are you today, sir?
I am doing fantastic, Chef. It's week 11, and we're watching some football today, and we're going to talk about it now.
And our producer joining us via COVID protocol, Mr. Swanson's in the house. What's
Stop
going on,
saying
bro?
the C word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't say the C word.
2020 protocol.
It's the 2020. So I am in the 2020 protocol right now. So from the comfort of my own home, I'm a cotton-headed Nitty Muggins.
What is
I like that.
It's my elf. It's the elf mug.
All right.
I watched Elf last
Getting in
night.
the-
My
getting in
Christmas
the
tree is
season.
up.
Oh,
Tree is
man.
up and decorated. Outside is decorated. We are full-blown Christmas here at the Swanson household.
Early. I like it.
Yeah, this is a new thing for me. I never really celebrated Christmas before Thanksgiving, but happy Bree, happy me. So
Yeah, that's
it really is
I
nice.
like that motto.
yeah. We
It's
actually
beautiful.
we actually went in. We went to go pick out our tree yesterday, and it seems
Nice.
like the masses have joined you, Mr. Swanson, because we went to a Christmas tree farm.
Did
And
you go to Ponderosa?
yeah, we went to the
There was
Ponderosa.
nothing.
There
We-
was one tree that was not tagged, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, we went the day before. We couldn't find one. We had to go somewhere else.
We
This
always
is
go
before
to
my COVID protocol.
Sunday. Yeah, next
2020.
Sunday. The Sunday after Thanksgiving is when we always go get our tree.
Right, and it's usually the case. So we usually go a week before, and yeah, there was nothing,
Really?
literally nothing. I might be shopping at the Home Depot. Hashtag not a sponsor yet. This Christmas, but we're not in Christmas time yet. We're
No,
almost
no.
to Thanksgiving. And we will have a great Wednesday Thanksgiving themed show for you. We're going to talk a little turkey,
I like that.
like we would say here in the at the chef's table. And yeah, so
I'm here for the cranberry sauce.
well, I'm here for the Sunday
Yeah.
tilt, man. And
I like
and
that.
we have 4 teams that are not playing this week. It is the Buffalo Bills, the Chicago Bears, the San Francisco 49ers, and my team, Big Blue, the New York Giants, are on a bye. If you have any of those players on your active rosters right now, do yourself a favor and take them out.
And Chef, after this, it's only week 13, Bucks and Panthers, and then that's it. We're done with the buys. So no buys next week, and just the Panthers.
no buys next
I don't believe there are any buys next week, and I think it's the Bucks and the Panthers week 13. Well, that I know for sure. And,
True story, no buys.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
knew there was 13 was the Bucks and
The last-
Panthers, but
Yeah, that's
Wow.
the last one.
Okay.
No buys next week. So full slate. Everybody's on the docket. Everybody's ready to go next week. But for this week, you're right. Listen to the chef and make sure if you have any of those guys, take them out.
Man, so it's going to be full time go. That's great, man. That helps on
can't wait.
waivers.
Yeah, expands your rosters, your options. Yeah,
Oh man. But
Yeah,
let's get into this first matchup of the day here. And Mr. Swanson, your Eagles, they're not looking too good right now, buddy.
no, we're really not. I'm starting to lose. I like to be, when your team starts at the beginning of the season, you always want to be the ever optimist. You always want to push it. I'm starting to just come back down to earth now. There are a lot of things that I just really don't like to see, and now the pattern is there. So this matchup against the Browns, I think the Browns have a really good shot to put us away here. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I mean
What do you do?
your Eagles are 3-5-1, and they're going up against the 6-3 Browns.
That sounds so.
Are we living in a
What,
fantasy
2020?
What
world?
year is this?
What's more 2020 than the Eagles are 3-5-1 and the Browns are 6-3 and favored at home to beat the Eagles?
Yeah. Well, the main reason why is because of that strong running game, and that's Kevin Stefanski offense that they've grown in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And they had gotten Nick Chubb back last week, and he crushed it.
They both
Absolutely
did.
crushed it. Kareem Hunt did wonders. We're not really seeing Baker throw the ball too much, but when he does, he's being a little bit more safe with it as of late.
Yeah, but this game right here, it's going to be 47 degrees. It's going to be raining. It's not a game that's going to be conducive. And can the Cleveland Browns play a fair weather game? Can they play one game where it's not raining?
Yeah, right.
Sideways? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Can we see them have to throw it a little bit? I have some Jarvis stock. Like, I would love to see Jarvis get some involvement, but
I mean, you mentioned the rain, and this brings up a good question for me. With the Browns being 10th against the run and the Eagles being 11th against the run, how much do we see point-wise coming out of this game for fantasy purposes?
I don't see it a lot. I mean, it's going to be pounding it. Like, you're going to have to commit to the run, and that's the only way is through volume or somebody falling into the end zone. Like, I don't see it like in that rainstorm. You saw the game against Oakland where the Browns had 6 drives the whole game. Like, they had 6 possessions. That's not going to get it done fantasy-wise. Like, you're not going to expect anything out of any offensive player on either team.
yeah.
It's going to be rough. It's definitely going to be rough. I had Rashard Higgins in my lineup. I pulled him and put Marvin Hall in.
That's a good pivot.
Yeah,
that's a
a great pivot.
Yeah, with Kenny Galladay being out, Marvin Hall's a great pivot.
And Amendola.
And Marvin Jones is also nicked up. Like, he's going to play, but still, they're all kind of banged up on that offense. So, yeah, and no Swift.
Even Stafford's banged up.
Yeah, even Stafford. Yeah.
Even Stafford's
banged up, but he's going to be playing. So
think he's still
I
gonna
got to go with it. Yeah, I mean, he practiced in limited faction most of the week, and I believe got in a couple full practices towards the end of the week. So I think we're okay there.
You know what I could, for Mr. Swanson, it's not all bad news because Myles Garrett isn't playing. And anytime Myles Garrett's not on the field, like, your offense has an opportunity. Like, it's a little bit less, of a daunting task to be able to put up some points.
That's the key word. It's opportunity, and that's what we do with it. That's really what it is. As long as we can capitalize on the opportunities as they present themselves. But if the script isn't going that way, it's not going to be fun to watch. Speaking of things that aren't fun to watch and things that are injury prone, etc. Monir, what's going on? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Monir wants to know, what does he do with Joe Mixon? You get a box of tissues.
Start there and dry your tears. No, listen, start by asking the question, are you playoff bound? Hold him, because maybe he comes back for you week 15 or 16, because he's going to be on IR the next couple of weeks and he's already been out for you. So you don't want to just straight drop a player of that caliber if you're going to be going into the playoffs. You can always hold on to him. And if you get to the fantasy championship or week 15 and you need a player and he's back, you'll be scrambling on the waiver wire at that point to try to get him back.
I mean, all right, so let's be honest here. He's out 11, 12, and week 13, and then hopefully he comes back week 14 against Dallas. But then they play Pittsburgh week 15. I mean, if you're holding him now, if you are if it's a dynasty league, we don't know. Obviously, you're holding him in dynasty,
right?
And he may be back for your week 16 matchup against
Houston,
which would be great.
That's it. That's a league winner right there.
Yeah, that could be a sneaky league winner. Hopefully you went out and you had Giovanni Bernard, and I don't know how deep your league is, Monir. You could consider Samaje Perine, or if LaMichael Perine is out there on your waiver wire, check him out. Not for this week, but going forward, he could be something very interesting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with what Juan said right from jump, that you definitely, 2020, you definitely hold Joe Mixon for sure, especially if you're a playoff bound team, because you can't trade. You can't trade anybody anymore, but you can't drop Joe Mixon, because then someone else is going to get him.
Oh, I realized I just made a mistake.
So who do we like in that Eagles and Browns game? We actually almost made it through that one real quick.
I'm going with the Eagles, but it's going to be close. I think that their defensive line can put a little bit more damage on Baker, and slow down. And I think they have a couple holes on their offensive line this week. I have to double check that, but Mac Wilson is questionable as well. He's the linebacker.
Yeah, middle linebacker.
So that's something. Wyatt Teller, the guard,
Really good guard, by the way.
He has a calf injury. He's questionable for today. So these guys with injuries, those are crucial positions, the linebacker position and the guard blocking.
Of course.
It's going to be a little tough.
Well, you saw how different the Eagles looked when they didn't have Lane Johnson. You see what losing, Taylor Lewan has done to the Titans' production. When David Bakhtiari was out, you saw the Buccaneers stomp on Green Bay. So teams are susceptible when they lose their big players. Lamar Jackson doesn't look the same. Why? Ronnie Stanley's not playing and Marshall Yanda retired. So like it's a huge part of the offense, and we don't often pay enough attention to it. I think we neglect that part of the injury report and just focus on all these fantasy players. The offensive line makes a huge impact.
Yeah, and obviously, we're not going to sit here and post every single player on injury, but that's what we do. This is our job.
Exactly. We take it into account.
We take it into account.
So that everyone knows we do take it into account.
So when a cornerbacks are out, they massively affect
absolutely
a wide receiver's position.
Look at Myles Garrett being out, though. Like, Lane Johnson's back, Myles Garrett's not there. You have an advantage now at that spot. And if Carson Wentz gets a little bit of time, and being a guy that played in cold weather in college, I think it plays into him having a decent chance or him having a good game.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Even in the rain, he should be able to throw the ball. And I think Rager against Terrence Mitchell will be a great matchup to watch on the outside. And there's a chance for a home run ball there.
I'm looking at Miles Sanders actually cracking a code open today. Maybe not in the run game, but in the passing game.
Has to in the passing game.
They have to get him going. That is the key to success for the Philadelphia Eagles. They just did not use it last week.
If we don't get him going, it's gonna be a slippery slope, my dude.
I think you will. I think you do get him going, though. I think he's going to be the focal point of the offense finally, and I think he gets 20 carries today. I think it's a heavy workload kind of day.
That defensive front is going to keep us in this game. It's going to keep us in this game. If we can manage to stop Hunt and manage to stop Chubb, that's going to keep us in the game. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat this entire time.
Coach Blake, what up?
Oh, is that Coach Blake?
Yeah, it's Coach Blake.
Oh, what's up, Blake?
Coach Blake?
What's going on?
My cousin Blake.
So brother. Monir wants to know Allen Lazard or Chris Godwin for the flex. I like this question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? If it wasn't against Indy and that defense, I might be tempted to fall for this bait, but I'm going to go with the volume of Godwin. And that game has sneaky shootout potential to me. I think they're going to have to score a little bit to keep that game moving. And I love Godwin's volume.
Yeah, I think I got to side with you on this one because I really do. I think the volume might be the
we've seen it. Listen,
I think Chris Godwin has and I agree with you, Juan. Chris Godwin has the easiest of all wide receiver matchups. LA Rams are number one against the wide receiver. We know this, but Tom Brady finds a way to scheme people open, and that slot wide receiver position that Godwin plays in. How much does he play in there? A lot. 68% of the time.
Yeah, he's the slot.
It's the slot, and he's going up against Troy Hill from Tampa Bay, and he can be had
from LA. But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, LA.
No, I know what you meant though. Yeah, Troy Hill. But yeah, he has that matchup and he has the floor. Like he feels like he's the safer play, Chris Godwin. Listen, Lazard went 6 for $146 against the Saints the last time we saw him play. MVS went 4 for 149 last week. So these are guys that are putting up monster numbers, but I just think against Indy, that path is less likely than Godwin putting up a healthy 7 for 70 type of performance and giving you 14 fantasy points. And who knows, maybe he gets in the end zone. So
Lazard might be on a. I agree. Lazard might be on a pitch count too.
That's true too. Very true.
From the injury.
Yeah,
they may think about Green Bay and how Green Bay treats injuries.
Yeah,
if they're letting him come back, like they did it with Adams, they did it with Jones. So if he is back in there, I still feel like the pitch count might be a factor. So I say Godwin for sure.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, so relating Godwin for you, Monir. We hope it works out for you. Thanks for tuning in.
It will.
And he's tuning in from YouTube. If you guys are listening to us on the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We appreciate that. Smash that button. And we have another one coming in from Clamped Easy.
Clamped Easy. Yeah, I like that. That's dope.
Jared Cook, Logan Thomas, or Mike Gesicki. All good matchups this week.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Logan Thomas, though, right off the jump, Jeff.
I think I'm starting Logan Thomas somewhere, and I felt really happy about it.
I am starting Logan Thomas.
I mean, he
has
has
one of the best matchups this week
does.
against the Bengals.
24th
Against
against
the
the tight end, the Bengals are.
Mm.
You know, I think I trust Logan Thomas there. I want to trust Gesicki, obviously wearing this jersey and all that stuff, but I can't. I can't take Logan Thomas. I mean, Gesicki over Logan Thomas.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Logan Thomas here.
yeah, I'm checking something right now too.
I don't know what Taysom Hill's going to do as far as Jared Cook. I'm not sure if that's going to be like his main target or one of the guys that he really wants to throw to. But
I think Jared Cook would be the target to be considered here. I think the Saints are going to be moving the ball faster than we expect with Taysom Hill. I don't think he's not a pocket quarterback. He's on a move quarterback, and if anything, it would be those short to dump down passes. So I would take first off, take Gesicki out of the equation.
Yeah.
You know, they have Smythe there. He caught a touchdown last week. It could happen again.
And Shaheen, they like to throw it to too.
Yeah, and Shaheen's been on a tear week to week as well. So take him out of the conversation. I think Jared Cook has a great matchup.
They're 32nd, Chef. The Falcons are.
The Falcons, yeah.
Against the tight end. They're number 32. And remember, they gave up touchdowns to everybody. Maybe it is Cook over Logan Thomas. That's a great tilt, Clint Easy. So every time you make us dig a little bit, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's 32nd, like you said.
Right.
Jared Cook should get a good amount of passing work. It depends on how well they cover Michael Thomas. I mean, Michael Thomas just may be the focal point. Alvin Kamara, obviously.
Yeah.
But Logan Thomas, I think he's, let's see, if you have McKissick, you have McLaurin, and
even Gibson, really.
Yeah, but
I mean, you could throw Gibson in there if you want.
Passes, so I think Logan Thomas,
Cam Sims, and all them. He's getting some catches. I mean,
I like Logan Thomas. I really do. I know he's going to have a great game.
But I think we're going to go Cook, right? At the end of the day, no. I think it's Cook.
Over the last 4 games, Thomas
upside.
Yeah, I'm tilting Cook, I think. Yeah, 32nd is 32nd. If Atlanta's going to be that bad against the tight end, I'm going to have to go with Jared Cook.
Well, I mean, it's really a coin flip. But yeah, Jared Cook. I mean, it's a tight end situation.
Great tilt though.
That's a great tight end tilt. I like that.
It's a tight end throwing to another tight end.
If
you have the
ESPN
stack,
if you're playing ESPN, can we talk about that for one quick second? Wow, that's nuts.
I just did it.
And ESPN did the right thing. They did the right thing.
What's the right thing?
Taysom Hill. They can't change designations. So Taysom Hill's designation was originally tight end, but because he's a starting quarterback, they allowed you to put Taysom Hill in as your tight end spot. So if you have a regular league, you just got a bonus super flex.
I just
in
did
week 11.
Yeah.
Did it?
It's the talk of the fantasy
in the family league
with
with Coach Blake. Actually,
cool.
Yeah.
I don't play on any ESPN leagues.
I have one left.
I don't this year. Actually, this is the first year in a long time. This is the first year in a long time I haven't played on ESPN. First year.
Carlos, Sierra, Gesicki too.
What's up, Carlos?
Out today.
Yes,
we
sir.
hope so. We hope so.
It's
Fins
tour
up.
season.
Fins up. I'm still on fins up.
Tim Barrett joining us from Facebook. He wants
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Jonathan.
Adrian Peterson.
Let me read the question.
No. Adrian Peterson.
Start
Jonathan Taylor.
PPR. Thanks, guys. Since Mr. Swanson has put our stamp on it already, why don't you go and tell us why you'd prefer Adrian Peterson over Jonathan Taylor today?
Because it's not going to be Kerryon Johnson. It's going to be Adrian Peterson. And Jonathan Taylor on the other side, it is Jordan Wilkins and Nyheim Hines. That is what's happening. That's what it is. Jonathan Taylor is a risky start for me. I have put so much stock into him, and it is driving me absolutely crazy, and it's not going the right way. And Adrian Peterson has proved that week after week, he can still get it done. And when he gets his opportunities, he does stuff with them. And if he's going to be the number one guy, let's go.
And Juan, that
thank you very much.
The question, because you are a Jonathan Taylor truther, and in a couple episodes ago, you had said, hold on to Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. What's your temperature gauge on him right now?
I'm still stubborn. I know at Cooter Doodle, our friend at Join Our Circle _ on
that
Twitter.
was a great tweet.
That was great, right? So she takes a picture of a thing of floss, of dental floss, and it says 48.1, I think was the number. But in the last 3 games,
48.1 yards.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor hasn't broken 48.1 yards in either of his last 3 games. And I totally dig that, but I'm stubborn and I believe in the talent and I believe in a matchup against Green Bay. I feel like that's going to be the key to their success. And
that would be it.
In a couple of leagues, I have Nyheim Hines and Jonathan Taylor, and I'm kind of playing that game. But because I like Nyheim Hines' upside for the passing game and Green Bay should score and all that. But I got to be stubborn and stay with the talent with Jonathan Taylor, guy. I know Adrian Peterson's there, but he's not going to get any of the passing work. You're not going to see that from him.
I think they take Jordan Wilkins out of the fold this week.
I think so. I think it's finally go ahead and run with Jonathan Taylor, pass to Nyheim Hines, and change the pace with Nyheim Hines when you need to. I feel like I'm gonna ride it out. The schedule favors him the rest of the way, and I'm just too stubborn to let him go.
But for this week in particular, yes, Tim, I am going with Adrian Peterson. I know he's going to get the work.
Right.
It's been already been said that he's going to be the lead back coming out of Detroit. So yeah, I'm rolling with him, especially with Carolina and their poorest run defense.
Yeah,
100%. And just one last thing, one last cherry on top of that. I still want to believe in Jonathan Taylor, so I'm fading him for this week for sure. But I'm still listen. I want to be the forever optimist on him, but this week I'm gonna close the door on him. Justin, good morning.
Welcome back.
Good morning, Justin.
Welcome back.
Good morning. Gio or Crowder, PPR. Okay.
Gio. Man.
I feel like Gio hasn't. Is it just me? I feel like Gio. I wish he did a little more in the absence of Joe Mixon. I wish I saw a little more from him. Maybe it's age. Maybe it's just, maybe it's just not there anymore. But PPR, I was expecting some more.
I'm going Crowder. Jakeem Grant out of the slot last week had a really good game against the Chargers, and I'm going to go ahead and go with Crowder pretty easily here.
Yep, I think so too.
Yeah, I mean that's the way you're going to have to roll. I mean, he's going to get targeted. You don't know if Gio's going to fall into the end zone,
right, or get anything. Listen, as last week, I know we saw Swift do damage to the Washington football team last week. I understand that, and Gio's a similar type of back, and they could use him that way. But still, all in all, Washington is 9th against the running back and giving up points, fantasy points. And you saw what Jakeem Grant was able to do to the Chargers last week. So I think it correlates to Crowder having himself a good game and getting good work. So maybe double-digit targets even for Crowder.
Yeah, not too much missing from the defensive. The defensive end is out for Ryan Anderson for the Washington football team, and a linebacker Jared Norris is out as well.
Yeah, but they're not starters.
They don't really.
They're not starters.
Yeah,
no.
nothing.
Yeah, as long as you have Montez Sweat, Chase Young, DeArtis Payne, and Jonathan Allen, those 4 up front, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So yeah, Crowder, my man, Crowder.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of guys up front, with these 3 right here, James Robinson, Todd Gurley, Derrick Henry start 2 for PPR. The first one that jumps out to me is Derrick Henry with the Ravens. Excuse me, defensive line banged up at the moment. How do you guys feel about the other 2?
Yeah, Derrick Henry's a smash play, and I think he's going to be in my DFS lineups today because he could go off for 200. Like I wanted to put it on wax. I've been trying saying it since last night, but I wanted to make sure I put it on.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Listen, 22 for 121 last week from Damian Harris. So that's a real possibility for Derrick Henry to rip off a few good runs. If you don't have Brandon Williams and you don't have Calais Campbell and LJ Fort may or may not play Chef, we're still going to wait on that to see. He's a good run stopping middle linebacker. So I think Derrick Henry's a smash play this week.
And even though he didn't really have a great game last week, James Robinson, I think is your play here. Todd Gurley going up against the number 1 rush defense in the Saints right now.
But the Steelers aren't far behind it though.
Well, I mean, pick your poison.
Yeah.
That's tough, really.
That's why it's a really good tilt,
Yeah.
Justin, because those are 2 tough matchups that you know. I just think the likelihood, and he may catch a couple balls too. Like I against that Steelers defense, we've seen a couple guys like Miles Sanders have a long run and all that against the Steelers, but it's far and few between now at this point.
It's a broken play.
And that's why this is a tilt, because, I can go either way with this. And I think, Juan, you persuaded me over to the Gurley side, thinking about, and it's not even about the running back in this sense. It's about the quarterback and managing the game.
Right.
I'd rather take Matt Ryan being able to have that chemistry with Todd Gurley rather than Jake Luton making sure James Robinson gets it done.
Right.
So, yeah.
Against the Steelers. I think I'll go Gurley and Henry. Henry's a smash play no matter what. But then between Gurley and Robinson, I think I'll go Gurley. Just for the end zone alone, like he's got 9 touchdowns on the season. Like he's involved in the running game down in the goal line. So,
yeah,
I'm
no.
on board. Yeah. For sure.
ISO only. What's going on?
Welcome back.
What's up? Welcome back.
He wants to know Brandon Cooks or DJ Moore for wide receiver 2, full PPR. Ooh, Brandon Cooks. I don't know about Brandon Cooks, my man. Really?
I don't know.
I definitely wanted to go DJ Moore and just jump immediately on it because he's going up against the Lions. Assuming Teddy B's playing, I'm going DJ Moore on this one.
Yeah, I got to go with DJ Moore as well. He's going to get Desmond Trufant. Maybe not shadowed by Desmond Trufant, but definitely going to see Desmond Trufant. Trufant's been beat.
He can beat him.
And then Stephon Gilmore is supposed to be coming back today. We don't know how much playing time he's going to have. Gesundheit. We don't know how much time he's going to be on there. He might be on a pitch count, Stephon Gilmore, but
either way, you still have good covers on that cover corners on that defense, and they like to scheme things away, and they're going to probably try to take away the wide receivers and make Darren Fells and Duke Johnson beat them. You know what I mean? So I think DJ Moore is a smash play out of these two for me.
Yeah, you just got to keep watch on it. If Teddy B doesn't play,
I was just going to say who's going to be.
I still fire him up. I think, man. I think Walker gets it done enough that they'll be okay. I think DJ Moore's still okay out of those two.
What time is that game today? Or is that Monday?
That's early.
Panthers game?
Early.
Is that
1 o'clock?
early?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's got to be determined.
We'll have breaking news.
We'll have
an
news
hour.
soon.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, ISO.
Thank you.
Brad Urseg joining us from YouTube wants to know flex PPR, Cooks or Jefferson? So another Brandon Cooks question.
What's Jefferson have, like 1,700 yards receiving right now on the season? No, it's like really like 738 or 746, something crazy like that for a rookie. But yeah.
Jefferson, Minnesota.
All day against Dallas, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I'm starting Jefferson. That's easy. Again, I don't love the matchup against the Patriots. Their Patriots are going to want to run the ball, control the clock, slow that game down, play that old school Belichick style game. And Jefferson's got a chance to hit home runs here in a dome against the Cowboys. Sign me up.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You have to go with it. It's definite. It's Jefferson. He's going up against a Woozy from Dallas. He's going to smash.
Yeah.
He should anyway.
It wouldn't matter if he was on Diggs or Brown or Uze.
The only thing that would deter, I mean, nothing really deters me from it. It's still Justin Jefferson. I think Brandon Cooks lives as that wide receiver 3 flex guy more so than a wide receiver 2. Justin Jefferson is an every week kind of player right now.
And you could say things like Brandon Cooks is a home run waiting to happen. He's a big play waiting to happen. So is Jefferson. You know what I mean? So it's the same like argument that you can make. And I feel like Jefferson gives you the best chance to have a solid game.
He also has a higher ceiling than Brandon.
If y'all had to guess who or how much what Jefferson's yards per catch are this season, what would you guess?
18.2.
15.6.
Juan, are you serious?
Yeah.
It's 18.1.
I was off by 1.
Was that a real guess?
1/10.
Oh no,
yeah, no, it was a real guess.
Well, no, I thought I knew the answer. I'm sorry. It's 18.1, not 18.2.
That was incredible.
I saw it somewhere.
Oh, okay. But still,
that's brain, dude.
I don't know. I saw it somewhere. How many yards does he have on the season?
The recall ability. He has a total of
783. What is it?
7. I'm looking at it right now. It is. Oh, I don't want to do math.
762.
Something like
there
that.
It is. Yeah. 762. Yep.
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's still oof. That's chunky, boy.
Exciting.
But yeah, Jefferson for sure. Matthew Hancock, welcome back. Welcome back, man.
Back. He gave us great content last week. Matthew Hancock. He got us on that. Wasn't he the one that got us on that? Belichick is going to cheat in the Royal Rumble question last Sunday.
Yeah,
Matthew Hancock.
I wasn't there for that one. But,
yeah. And he wants to know any word on Stephon Gilmore starting for New England.
Yeah, Chef just talked about that one right there, and we're gonna have to wait till about 11:30 to find out for you, man. Like it's tough whether or not he's playing.
I'm gonna check the injury report for you guys real fast and see if anything got updated.
I got a lot of Will Fuller, so I mean, I'm hoping that
you watching
doesn't play. He could go ahead and miss another week.
Yeah,
take a week off. It's almost Thanksgiving. Spend time with the family.
No, he wants to play. Gilmore wants to play. He wants some play.
I wanted the Dolphins to trade for him at the trade deadline so badly, dude. So we would have the best corners ever. Like in the history of corners, that would have been the greatest 3-man lineup ever. With Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, and it's Stephon Gilmore. Good luck.
Yeah, I was putting that up there because just to bring up some part of the news. Yeah, so Fant is expected to play. That being said, Brad Urseg wants to know Gesicki or Fant.
See, on that one, I'm going to have to take
mm,
Gesicki. There's the question marks about the
yeah,
injury, and the Dolphins' defense is
I
real.
agree.
I think I go Gesicki on that one.
I agree.
That's
Cool.
tough. That's
It is.
tough.
It's a tough tilt, but just the injury concern.
The injury is really what
lean,
pushes it over for me.
yeah, that would lean me towards Gesicki, and then I get pushed by the Dolphins D and go Gesicki all the way.
I
Cool.
mean, rule would be to if Noah Fant's playing, you play him no matter what. Drew Lock did practice all week. Some in the
Oh, he's
beginning
gonna play.
limited. He's going to play.
Yeah, Locke's going to start.
And I think with the it's a shoulder thing, right? Or is it his chest this time? It's his chest.
Yeah, it was the chest.
He's a little bruised up. Could be short passes. So Noah Fant could eat off of that.
Maybe.
I know Gesicki got some targets last week up against LA, but he only had 2 for 20 yards? No, 2 for 40 yards. Those 2 catches. That's 6 points. I mean, and I know last week we didn't really see too much going on either, but Fant always has that higher ceiling.
Is Drew
For
Lock
sure.
playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah,
He's gonna play?
I'm
Okay.
leaning Fant on this one, to be honest.
I love the talent, and I would start Fant. Normally, I got that matchup. I think I start Gesicki today. If he was fully healthy and ready to go, because I love Noah Fant.
Break the tie, Mr.
Mr.
Swanson.
I think it's Gesicki. He's yeah, the Broncos are kind of middle of the road when it comes to defending tight ends, but I still think with the injury, that's really what pushes it over. And it's close, but I think the injury is what does it.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. Do they
I
already
hope it helped,
play?
Brad. We left it a little open for him.
That was a tough tilt. We love
That's a
those.
tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough
Those
one.
are the decisions you got to make right before the game. So,
Carlos Sierra, thank you for joining us.
welcome back.
Non-PPR, so standard league,
I love
flex play, Lindsey, Le'Veon Bell, or Lazard.
Man,
I'm going Lindsey here.
yeah, not against that Dolphins defense. I'm going to go with Lazard and take a home run shot. If you're going in a flex, I know it's non-PPR, but he did have 146 yards receiving last time he played. MVS went off last week for $149. So the guy opposite, Devontae Adams, tends to hit a home run here and there, and I'm going to bank on Lazard maybe hitting a home run. I don't see Le'Veon getting that much usage. Last time the Chiefs played the Raiders, CEH had 10 carries. So there wasn't a heavy involvement for the running back.
Yeah, no, Le'Veon
So
Bell
Le'Veon's
is
out. And then Lindsey going up again against that Dolphins defense, sharing the workload with Melvin Gordon. He had he had nothing last week, Lindsey, right? He had no usage the week before. He had 6 carries.
I'll check on his usage right
Is
now.
it worth mentioning that the Raiders defense pretty much has all of their starters on the COVID-19, the 2020 reserve list?
Yeah, but they might actually play, though. They might be able to play if they test negative today, right? Isn't that the key? Would they were like,
I mean,
by association?
6 of them tested negative this morning, and
Right.
they're good to go.
Right. So they're back.
Okay, yeah. So then get rid of Bell out of that.
Yeah,
I,
I'm taking Bell out, and I'm taking Lindsey out because he had 6 carries for 83 or 89 yards the week before. I know he had a monster game, but he was he ripped off a few big
He didn't
runs.
do anything last week.
Right.
I checked on your thing. He had like
Yeah.
4 carries for 2 yards, which is suspect as all hell,
Yeah,
to say the least.
And then going up against the Dolphins.
And I mean, Lazard, can you really trust up against the Colts defense, who's like 4th in the league against wide receiver?
right. I'm just
Between
really
these
tough.
three,
Yeah,
these three, and only because it's between these three. I know I said that Lazard's probably going to be on a pitch count and with the last tilt, but I would choose him over Lindsey or Le'Veon.
Yeah, I just don't see the road to relevance for the other two, aside from maybe a big run somehow, some way. But Lazard feels like he's not on Xavier Rhodes. Rhodes will probably be on Devontae Adams the whole time. I feel like he's got a chance to maybe do some damage.
Maybe do some damage.
The only one that feels like a maybe out of those three. It's a really tough tilt, Carlos, and you're in a tough spot, man. But
See what's all available on the waiver wire, if anything.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And I'll bring up that list for you real fast.
Oh no, you beat me to it. Nice.
Um,
I'll cut this off real quick.
Yeah, drop.
Yeah,
the
take a
comment
picture of
below.
this with your phone real quick, Carlos. If you haven't seen it
I mean,
before.
I mean, if
or
you're
go to
thinking
the tiltisreal.com
yeah,
and check out the list. It'll be right there, front and center for you.
Because the chef puts it up every week.
I mean, Alan Lazard is on there. Sammy Watkins was designated out later in the week with the last minute injury. But yeah, I mean, if I guess, I mean, maybe Henry Ruggs is on your waiver wire.
In that same game, go get Naeem Hines, and maybe he gets you some points too. I mean, if
Yeah,
he's
he
available.
probably
If he's
will.
available.
Yeah,
But those
Yeah.
that sounds like a deep league question that he had
Yeah,
going
indeed,
on there.
indeed.
It really was.
For sure. All right. Is
I
Hunt
hope that helps you out, Carlos.
I hope so. Justin wants to know if Hunt is a top 10 or a top 10 to 15 running back even after Chubb came back. Yeah.
Down in
I
that
think-
15 range more, but yeah.
Maybe get down closer to the 15 range, but I mean you saw last week they had a very similar stat line, the two of them. So they work really well in tandem.
19 carries each, right? And then they broke 100.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's yeah, absolutely. They're both getting it done for sure.
Yeah, I don't think you should count him out at all.
Hi, boo boo.
I think you
What's
I
up,
think you
Pass?
roll it with Hunt. Even if he's not an RB1, he's definitely an RB2,
2.
especially the way RBs have been producing this way. I mean, like
Listen.
Todd Gurley is like the running back 11 right now.
It's unbelievable.
Right?
So-
Rolling out
He goes
Kareem-
18 for 45 yards every week, and he's somehow
Yeah,
RB11.
he finds the end zone.
Somehow.
That's what it is.
He's like Cam Newton as a fantasy quarterback.
We're about to get to
Because
the,
somehow Cam Newton still returns to be a quarterback one. Anyway,
Hey, he's got 9 rushing touchdowns, Cam Newton.
I know that's why he's still a fantasy relevant quarterback. But
Crazy.
if you look at how his passing yards, it's gross. Or his passing touchdowns, it's insane. I think he has 5 passing touchdowns all season.
I know the Patriots receivers have 1 all season.
Maybe it's even less than that.
It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Or maybe
I
it was
know.
more tight end. Gross. Anyway, Juan, you want to take this one? I saw you put it up or just put it up.
I put
Oh,
it up
James
for
put
you.
it up. I just, I'm excited because we're getting to the good ones here. Like, once we get to the ones where like they're involved and layered and 5 different guys, like it's exciting. This is what the tilt is real. I love it.
All right. So Trey
right.
S joining us from YouTube wants to know full
Thank you, Trey.
PPR. Choose 2. Deontay, I'm assuming Johnson.
Yeah, yeah.
Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, Gio, or Gurley. Oh, Robert Words.
Robert Word. Bobby Lashley.
Bobby
Bobby
Word?
Words.
Word.
Bobby Trees.
Bobby
I'm
Word.
not really trusting Bobby Trees this week. That's a tough one for me, and
Oh.
I'm a big Bobby
Can we
Trees
put
fan.
Can we put Deontay squarely in there? already?
Yeah, yeah, he has a great
Okay, yeah,
matchup
we'll
this
start with
week.
that.
Yeah.
You could definitely
He's
you could
played
definitely do that.
5 full games this year, and each one of those games he's had double-digit targets. He's absolutely ridiculous with the target game. And against the Jaguars, no CJ Henderson. So even if there was one corner who was a rookie and beatable anyway, but he was their number 1 corner, they got nothing. And he's going to be wide open all day.
Going up against Sidney Jones from Jacksonville.
Start him
He's
off.
going to eat.
Yeah.
He's going to eat today.
Mr. Swanson knows Sidney Jones. He couldn't stay on the Eagles secondary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he couldn't
Oh,
stay
that-
on the
that-
Eagles.
that works.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yep.
Deontay Johnson's definitely in
Fire
there.
him up.
And then now we get to pick between Gio or Gurley. Are we taking Gurley out of it? Are we taking Gio out of it? I think it would be between the wide receivers if it's full PPR, but
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I guess I got to take Gio out of it, and I don't know. Gurley catches the ball and falls in the damn end zone. Every time you say it, you just said it right now. He's RB11. Like it's unbelievable. Somehow, some way, he gets in there.
and Robert Woods last
This is
week
tough.
disappeared.
Yeah,
And
which you weren't expecting in a game against the Seahawks. Like you weren't expecting him to disappear. Everybody expected him to have a monster game. So this is a legitimate question. Normally, you'd be like, "Are you crazy? Start Robert Woods." But I don't know. Lately, the usage isn't right. Something's off with that whole offense and the Rams. And going up against, I don't know though. He gets
well,
Jamel-
they had Whitworth. They had Whitworth leave.
yeah, exactly. There you
So
go.
they're pulling the second tight end in a little bit more
To help block.
to
yeah.
help block. That's why you saw Higbee have a good game last week.
So Everett stayed in. I don't know, man. It
Everett
feels-
stayed in closer to protect.
I don't know if he-
Goff a little.
I don't know if Woods is going to get Carlton Davis, if he's going to get Jamel Dean. I'm not sure which one of the two he's going to be matched up against. And they move him around a lot. I got to feel like it's still Robert Woods, man. Like Monday night, you're going to have
Think
to throw
so?
the ball to beat Brady. I think it's Robert Woods bounce back game. I'm gonna go with that. Gurley falls in the end zone. It's between for me. I'm gonna go. Deontay Johnson is number 1. Then number 2A and 2B are Robert Woods and Gurley, and then I'll go Cooks and then Gio.
I'll put a
Yeah.
stamp on that. I'll agree.
You know,
That's tough.
2A, 2B would be between Bobby Trees and Todd Gurley.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, Woods right
He's
behind
got us
Cooper Kupp
tilting, man.
and
Not because
Reynolds.
listen, the Saints are second against the running back and giving up points to the running back, so they're really good against the running back position.
Yeah,
And
that
you're
I took
depending
out.
kind of on Gurley either scoring or getting a little bit of catching work, right? But you know Robert Woods should have to catch the ball in order for the Rams to keep up with the Bucs. Like it just feels like the natural order of how that game's going to go. So I'm slightly Bobby Trees over Gurley as my number 2. And again, I'm fading Cooks, even though Cooks can go 8 for 169 and score 2 touchdowns today, but because it's 2020. But I just don't see it as being likely. Deontay Johnson is the only one here that's a smash.
Yeah, he's
100%
definitely
play.
a smash. And then I guess you would take your chances with Robert Woods.
I mean, at this point, I think so. And then if you don't, go Gurley as the other option because maybe he falls in the end zone.
Yeah, I like how you put
They have more of an upside than Brandon Cooks. I believe.
2A and 2B. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm on board with that too.
Matthew wants to know if PJ Walker starts for Carolina, thought on Carolina players. I don't think it changes too much. PJ Walker and Teddy Bridgewater are the same kind of quarterback. If anything, PJ Walker might be a little bit more healthier and faster.
Oh, he's more athletic for sure.
Teddy Bridgewater.
He's not as accurate as Teddy B because Teddy B is a really accurate quarterback. So you don't expect him to go 70% completion percentage like Teddy B, but definitely he moves the offense. And he's going to scramble around, and he's got a good arm. And I've seen, like, in the short work that he's gotten, he looks like his arm looks live.
I think they lean on the run game regardless today. I think we see a lot of Mike Davis. We may see a little bit of an uptick in Curtis Samuel's carries today out of the backfield. Maybe he sneaks into the end zone on a short route. Robbie Anderson, I think it will be fine. And we talked about DJ Moore a little bit earlier. I'm not afraid of playing DJ Moore
or Robbie Anderson
up against Detroit. They can be had.
Curtis Samuel too. I would fire them all up regardless of who's at quarterback.
But yeah, look for Mike Davis to have a heavy workload today, I believe.
Agreed.
And for the rest of the season.
No,
easy killer.
No,
I was actually.
I'm the Mike Davis owner, and I don't own CMC. I've just been
gonna,
riding him in a Superflex Dynasty League.
In a time machine. He's had a good season in place of Dude, but we'll see what happens. Why is my computer not charging?
Okay, so TS sit 1 PPR. Godwin, Ridley, Deontay, Brandon Cooks. It's Cooks.
It's Cooks.
Simple as that. Brandon Cooks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Saints are like 30th against the wide receiver. I expect Ridley to have a nice little comeback game.
And then he wants to know Brady or Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Yep.
I would definitely go Matt Ryan on that one.
Yeah, the Rams D is real.
And Lattimore being a little banged up this past week.
Yeah, he's getting Ridley back.
He's getting Ridley back.
They're really good against the run. They're probably going to throw the ball. I expect Matt Ryan to have a decent game.
Yeah. I think Hayden Hurst actually has a great game.
Good matchup there.
Big Greens wants to know. Big Greens. I like that
Big
name.
Greens.
Big
Greens.
Welcome to the show.
He said,
I love
pick
that
2,
movie.
please. Full PPR. DJ Moore, Marvin Jones, or Jacoby Myers. Ooh.
DJ Moore.
Going DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Over Marvin Jones.
For sure, DJ Moore. I like that play, but
yeah, I don't know about.
You know what? I think we're gonna go with
Marvin Jones. I'm gonna definitely play Jacoby Myers, man. He's been on a tear. He's in the top 10 wide receiving for the past 3 weeks. So we have to say that I would say that. I mean, he's got a good shot up against the Texans defense. He gets 22nd against the pass.
He gets Owen Hargraves in the slot. Jacoby Myers was lining up 72% of the time in the slot as of last week, up 72.6% of the time. So if he was lining up in the slot and he's going to get Owen Hargraves in that game, I take my chances with Jacoby Myers. Even though there's no Kenny Golladay, so you would expect an uptick for Marvin Jones. And he had a decent game last week. I can't trust him week to week. He's one of those guys that compiles stats and makes it look good at the end of the year. I love the matchup for Jacoby Myers, though, in the slot against the Texans. And I know that I said earlier that 1 touchdown from the Patriots wide receiver so far this year. I think this week it becomes 2, and Jacoby Myers gets that.
I think anybody against Hargreaves really eats. I mean, we saw DJ Chark tear him apart. Not comparing Jacoby Myers to DJ Chark by any means.
No, but he's still a good athlete and a good wide receiver. And if he's going to be lining up there, I think he eats today.
Yeah, I I mean, we saw Laviska Shenault tear him apart in week 5. We saw Justin Jefferson do some work on him in week 4. I think anybody against Vernon Hargreaves is a go for me. So yeah, Jacoby Myers definitely in there. So who's the other guy? Are we going with DJ Moore or Marvin Jones?
I'm going DJ.
Yeah, I'm going for stealing with DJ Moore.
What about you? I think it's a ground game. I think it's a ground.
Yeah,
I think it's AP's game.
Yeah, that would sell me. That would sell me on that. Marvin Jones was banged up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he banged up with?
Marvin Jones.
And I don't
want to get it
it's
wrong.
still the Lions defense. I'm not going to overthink it. You know what I mean? It's in the same game. Like if I can get a wide receiver going up against the Lions defense and the Lions secondary, I'm going for it. I know they're 15th as of right now, but it's because they've been getting run on too. So
yeah, he was dealing with the knee injury earlier in the week, but he rested up and he practiced in full towards the end of the week.
Yeah, so it wasn't serious, but still, yeah, I'm going DJ on that.
Too many injuries on that team in general. Too many questions. I know he gets the bump up in targets, but I also trust DJ Moore and Jacoby Myers.
Cool. All right. Well, we did it again. Brad Ursig, pick 2. All right, yeah. So pick 2 out of these. Cooper Kupp, full PPR. Cooper Kupp. I almost said Anderson Cooper because Anderson's the next one there. Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, Robbie Anderson, or DJ Chark. I couldn't read that for some reason. I had a really hard time getting through that.
Shark, huh?
I like Shark.
You got listen. I'm gonna start Amari Cooper, and not even think about it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna fire up Amari Cooper and not even think about it. That's a go for me.
Yeah, well then I think we have our 2.
Going up against the Vikings, I got to start Amari Cooper. And if you're gonna beat Pittsburgh, it's got to be Shark, right? It's the only way to beat the Steelers is
right.
Outside.
I mean, they're not gonna have. And this is a great point for both of these matchups, in particular, the Cowboys versus the Vikings. The Cowboys will most likely be behind.
Right.
Okay, they're going to have to throw the ball. They got Andy Dalton back. We saw Andy Dalton's favorite targets when he was in the game was Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. So you take the higher upside of that one in Amari Cooper, and then same thing with the Jaguars matchup against Pittsburgh. You're not going to be able to. You're going to have to be playing. You're not going to be able to run the ball. You can't run the ball regardless. Number one, let's start there, and then number 2, you're going to be playing from behind. Unless the Pittsburgh plays down to their level like they did against the Cowboys, which I don't see them doing.
They tend to do that, but I don't think they do that this week.
I don't see them doing it. I mean, I don't even care. Yeah, no, it's
Cooper,
DJ Chark,
Cooper, Shark, Kupp, Anderson in that order, probably.
and then Kupp going against Tampa Bay. I go
Cooper, Shark, Anderson, Kupp. I put Kupp at the end actually. I got Cooper, Shark, Anderson,
Robbie Anderson over Kupp. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I'd definitely go Cooper, Shark, and then pick your poison.
Yeah, I would go Anderson. Cooper, Shark, Anderson, Kupp. That's how I would do it.
All right.
Thanks for the question.
Bill Mesmer. What's up, Billy?
Billy Mesmer, my man.
My man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Real quick, this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a legend.
Legend. Excellent dude. Excellent golfer.
Awesome human. Listen, we still mention him every time I go on the golf course, Billy. I mention you every single time I do.
All the time, man.
Play like Billy. Play like a gentleman. I love it.
Billy Chip. Give him the Billy Chip. Yep, we use a Billy Chip all the time. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Miss you, man. AK
wants to know, pick one, Devontae Parker, Damian Harris, or Justin Jefferson.
Just one, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
PPR. Cool. Yeah. Ooh,
give me. I got the rookie fever, bro. I'm in love. Let's go.
Yeah.
Listen, going up against the Cowboys, you said I know that we expect them to be up and be able to run the ball with Dalvin Cook and all that, but they live on that play action, and he's gonna eat Justin Jefferson.
If you're, and I'll answer it like this: I'm taking Devontae Parker out of the equation. No offense to the Dolphin fan across the chef's table from me.
None taken.
If you don't need that many points from your flex play, I'm going Damian Harris. He's got a safer floor. Houston's deep run defense is terrible. Justin Jefferson has a higher upside, which he will get he might have 3 or 4 catches where he hits 80 yards and a touchdown. but we don't know for sure if that will happen if Dalvin Cook is successful in the run game, which I believe he will be. And what we've seen from Dalvin Cook this season, they've been able to do whatever the hell he wants. He is messing with a little bit of a close to the groin injury, as we'd like to call.
Yes.
But I think he'll be okay. And I think Damian Harris is your solid floor for your flex play this week.
I mean, all right, you made me tilt over that way. He had 22 carries for 121 yards last week again. So, all right, I will go Damian Harris. But
I sold you?
You did.
Wow.
That was a really good sell, Chef.
It was a really good sell,
really,
Chef.
really good
Sony
sell.
Michel's activated. You're right. If
He is activated, but he's not on the player report yet.
All
So
right.
I don't know if he's going to get touches.
Right.
That would be a deciding factor.
Yeah, but I guess I would go with Damian Harris. I hate to do that because I don't trust the Patriots, man. I don't trust them week in and week out. Is it the Burkhead game? Like, you know what I mean?
Is
But
it the white game? Is it the
But
Right.
Damian Harris has been successful with Rex Burkhead in there getting touches
I
and
know.
passes. So
Yes,
I'm not so skewed on that. And Sony Michel, man, I'm not liking
no.
I'm not liking his chances at all.
If he got some new kneecaps, he could be really good this week.
Maybe a change of pace back instead of Rex Burkhead. I don't know, man. Not even. He can't catch the ball.
So definitely monitor the Sony Michel situation. I
Still
understand
go Harris.
why you go Harris. Yeah. Okay.
On the floor.
All right. I mean, again,
I had to sell you on one, bro.
yeah. All right. Big Green. Pick 2. Jonathan Taylor, J.D. McKissick, or Mike Davis. Also Claypool or Justin Jefferson. I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or so pick 2 out of all these.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yikes. I'm going to
Mike
fade
Davis,
Taylor.
Claypool? Or Mike Davis and McKissick. Mike Davis, I think, is a smash.
I think
right?
Mike Davis and Claypool.
Davis and
right?
Claypool. That looks great to me. I like
Yeah.
that.
I like Davis and Claypool this week. I like McKissick too, but I like
Not
Davis
over Davis.
more.
Yeah.
And then Claypool, I think his utilization is a little bit more than Justin Jefferson's.
Yeah, he had 10 targets last week. He only caught 4 of them, but he had 10 targets and he found the end zone. So,
And I think that happens again against the
against the
Jaguars.
Jaguars,
Yeah, I think they utilize Claypool even on
all
running
three,
plays.
all
Yeah.
3 of them, all
Yeah.
3 receivers from the Steelers.
And
are firing.
Taylor, we talked about him at the top of the show, Big Greens. It's a roll of the dice if you're playing Jonathan Taylor. And if you're trying to win your league, you're not rolling the dice as much as possible. So, yeah, Davis, Claypool, and get your win this week, brother.
Davis, Claypool, McKissick, Jefferson,
Or lady. I don't know
or
which one you are.
Davis, Claypool, Justin, McKissick, something like that. But definitely Davis and Claypool.
Davis and Claypool at the top. Cool. Big Matt. If Gilmore is in, okay. So if Gilmore does play and takes Fuller, does that change Cooks for you? This is probably going back to that other question. Just in general, does that change Cooks for anybody?
Not really.
No,
I mean,
they-
he's still going up against J.C. Jackson regardless.
They
right?
move
Okay.
around. They move around so much. Yeah,
Yeah,
J.C.
all right.
Jackson was, I think he's at 5 interceptions already on
Yeah,
the year. and
he
he's
was
balling
crushing
out.
it.
Yeah.
He shut down Hollywood Brown or No Grease Brown last week.
I mean, yeah, and not just shut him down, but he like kept up with him. He was running with him stride for stride, which is scary when the corner's doing that. So, yeah, they move these guys around that if you have to start one of them, you know,
Call me crazy, but the one receiver that I like in Houston this week
Randall Cobb.
is Randall Cobb.
Yeah,
Randall
I
Cobb.
knew you were gonna. Go
It's
there.
a Randall Cobb week. I
Okay.
really think it is.
All right.
Like you said, they're going to try to keep the short game going with the tight end and Duke Johnson, but we didn't mention Randall Cobb, and I think he is warranted here.
Yeah.
I like him over Brandon
Okay.
Cooks this week.
Wow, Cobb over
Ooh,
Cooks. I like
really?
that. That's fine.
That's
Spicy.
a
That's
little
cool.
hot. That's a little spicy for
that's hot.
Sunday morning, but yeah,
I like
yeah.
it.
Ooh, that's hot.
Ooh, that's hot. I like it. All right. So I'm gonna play. I hope I don't butcher your name here. Sachin Tobaram.
That was pretty good.
Hope I got that. Thank you. Who should I start? Josh Reynolds or Willie Snead?
Josh Reynolds, he's been doing
I
some
think-
magic.
Yeah, but
I really like Josh
So is
Reynolds.
Willie Snead. Ooh, that's a good one, man. That's not a question
That
that we
it-
normally
that-
get.
no,
this
this
is
is
a
a
deep league.
This is a deep league question for sure. And I don't know about Monday night, man. Like Monday night against Tampa, it scares me off a little bit. Maybe I want to go Willie Snead.
I'm gonna check Snead's matchup real fast and help him out real fast. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, fire up Willie Snead. He's going up against the Titans.
Yeah, Desmond King.
He just got there. I mean,
Yeah, he can be had.
He's good
He
though.
could be
He's
had.
good though. He just came over from the Chargers for a 6th-round pick, which is kind of crazy because he was a Pro Bowler in 2018. But
Yeah, right.
Ironically enough, it would be like a Marquise Brown kind of day.
I know that I wanted to put that one on
Right.
wax when we got to that one. Listen, I wanted to put it on wax. Today's the Hollywood Brown game.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Is today the day?
If there was going to be a day, today would be the day for Marquise Hollywood, no Grease Brown.
Yeah, you can timestamp this, John, right here because this is going to play out later. Watch.
Yeah, probably. I might.
It's like Hollywood Brown
prop
again.
I'm gonna prop that up
when you're Hollywood
with
Brown
Thrive
for the
Fantasy
third time.
today.
Nice.
But yeah, Willie Snead should definitely get the involvement. Like he has been getting a little bit of work, and in a favorable matchup against the Titans, I think he's the only other option really. Like Andrews and him, like 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't like any. We were having problems trying to start Robert Woods against Tampa Bay, and if you want to go down to the wide receiver 3 and Josh Reynolds,
yeah,
that's a tough thing,
we
especially
faded
when
Kupp in
they
another one,
started
too.
activating Tyler Higbee more in the passing game. So there's going to be less targets going around, and man,
against Tampa, you might see a lot
against
more
Jamel
12.
Dean,
You might see a lot
I
more
don't-
12
I don't
too.
like
Like
it.
you might
Yeah,
Robert
he
Woods
may,
could be all 12.
yeah, he may not get a lot of snaps, so they're going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets. I think.
I think you
Woods
might have to go Willie
ranks-
Snead or find somebody else on your waiver wire. There might
Robert
be
Woods
somebody
ranks behind Cooper Kupp and Josh Reynolds.
as
Yeah.
far as what?
Just his
Season
fantasy
long?
year. Season long. It's Kupp, Reynolds, Woods. Believe it or not. That just jumped out the
Yeah.
page at me.
Yeah, but the usage is still going to be the snap share is going to be still in favor of Robert Woods. But yeah, Willie Snead I think is the safer play against the Titans. He should get
Yeah.
involved in the offense.
And we got another one too from Sachin. Kyle Rudolph or Robert Tonyan.
You're peeling that Tunyon, baby. You're
Yeah.
going with Robert Tunyon on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Take your chances. I know the Colts are tough against the tight end. Don't get it wrong, but I think you got to roll with Tunyon.
I think he's got a better shot, especially with the other side, being in question, Devontae Adams being blocked. I think Tunyon sees a little bit of a share. It's going to be more of a ground game, I believe.
I think this matchup right here will come down to who scores the touchdown between these two guys.
Well, usually during tight
tight
ends.
end,
I
yeah.
mean, that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's who catches that one extra pass for that one extra yard in the end zone.
Right? Is it Mo Alley Cox or is it Trey Burton?
Yeah, it's Trey
Sometimes
Burton.
it's both.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes
both.
it's
Sometimes
both.
it was all 3 of them, right? The one
Yeah.
game, all 3 of them had touchdowns.
Oh my god,
pretty
it
sure.
was. Yep. That was crazy. Minnie Jordan.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh, good. Minnie Jordan, welcome back, man.
Welcome back, Minnie Jordan.
All right, good morning, guys. Full PPR, choose a wide receiver and a flex. DJ Chark against Pittsburgh, Deontay Johnson against Jacksonville, Antonio Brown against the Rams, and DJ Moore against Detroit. And that's only if Teddy B plays.
I think it's Chark and Deontay Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Same game.
Yeah,
Keep it
man.
simple.
Let's play
Cool.
the same game. That's a points
Deontay's
game.
my number one out of those. Don't bench Deontay Johnson. Like that's the number one for me out of that whole scenario right there. And then Shark number 2, DJ Moore 3, AB 4.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think Chark and Deontay Johnson definitely have the higher floor and the ceiling in this one.
Great tilt though. Great tilt
That's a great
Yeah,
tilt.
yeah.
Thanks for coming back, Minnie Jordan. We appreciate you, brother.
all day.
Big time. Justin Martin, what's going on? Justin, good morning. Hearing that Kerryon Johnson is going to split carries with AP, I'm struggling at running back. So do I start Johnson or Jamal Williams?
Ooh,
Well,
ouch.
This is gonna be one of those. that
Michael
feels ugly.
Pirine.
No,
that's
I mean,
you're going from bad to Jets. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
that's
bad to Jets. Oh, God. Oh, that's
Jets.
horrible.
It should be a bumper sticker.
yeah.
That should be
Going from
no,
bad
From
to
bad
Jets.
to Jets.
There's probably a couple Jets fans that have that bumper sticker. They're like,
There's
yeah, I
probably a
know.
couple Jets fans listening to this podcast right now.
Adam Gase
Oh,
has
well.
that bumper sticker. He just has it in a drawer.
Uh,
Yeah, man.
I don't think Kerryon. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I don't think
No,
Kerryon gets a lot of work here. And if he does,
I
he's
agree.
been proven not to do so much. If anything, it's a 70-30 split in Adrian Peterson's favor. I think Kerryon Johnson may help out a little bit in the passing game, but I think it's AP's game, man. And to do it, he's going for records. All right. He's not going to be in the league for long. If he's given the chance to play, he's going to play his heart out, especially since they named Swift the starter last week.
Right.
He may be inside a little bit butthurt and wants to show that the GOAT has it still.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for those reasons, but I'm gonna go with Jamal Williams just because they use him.
Ooh.
They use him 50-50, and I don't think Carrion's gonna get. It's between Carrion Johnson and Jamal Williams. You know what I mean? This is where we're tilting.
So it's Jamal Williams.
Right, it's Jamal Williams. So the usage that he gets, and he gets involved in the passing game. I'm gonna go with Jamal Williams.
Is Williams?
Yeah, I'm looking at something right now too. Did they play? No, they didn't. All right. I don't know. I mean, it's. I feel like it's going to be, if it's going to be a 70-30 split of AP to Carrion and Aaron Jones to Jamal.
It's about the same.
It almost feels like about the same, right? Because
Right.
it would be 70% Adrian Peterson, or I don't know.
I'm leaning Jamal Williams on this one. That's a tough tilt, man. But I just personally don't trust Carrion Johnson.
I know it
really
feels
don't.
icky, man, but I really want to say Carrion, dude. Like I really do. I
He
don't
doesn't
trust
have-
AP to get anything more than his 15, 18 carries, but no passing work. That should go to Carrion.
No, you got Carrion's not. He doesn't have Carrion.
Yeah, no.
He has Johnson.
No.
Yeah,
Listen,
does he have
has
Carrion
Carrion
Johnson or Jamal Williams?
Yes.
Or he has. Oh, what am I doing?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
What
but
you were doing. We
Carrion
know.
Johnson. Yeah, he's saying
Oh, I
I'm
made
hearing
this
that Carrion
so
Johnson
much
is going to
more-
split with AP. So
I made this so much more difficult than I had to. It's Jamal
Yeah.
Williams.
It's
I'm sorry, man.
It's Jamal, man. I
Yeah.
know, Juan. You were talking. It's tough.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
trying to talk myself into
You're
Carrion.
trying to talk
but
yourself
it's
into
Jamal.
it, but it's Jamal Williams. I mean, I think Jamal Williams, if he does get the passing work, he's going to do more with it. And he did well last week. He had a couple catches. He got like 30 yards rushing. You're not going to see much more than that from Carrion.
It's just that the Panthers are 29th against the running back, and no Kenny Galladay, no DeAndre Swift. But all right, stay with Jamal Williams. But I'm tilting.
It's you got Juan over here tilted, Justin, which is great. We love to see the encyclopedia of fantasy football tilted just a little bit. We appreciate your question, Justin. I hope we helped you out.
Yeah, don't start Jamal Charles.
Oh, defense coming in. TS wants to know Baltimore,
got that?
Washington. What?
You said don't start Jamal Charles.
I was making fun of myself.
Baltimore,
I can't get anybody's names
Washington,
right.
Tampa Bay this week. I kind of like the Bucks
I like the football team.
I do too.
football team
I like the football team.
against the Bengals, against the banged up Bengals.
Yeah,
You
no Joe Mixon, rookie quarterback. That front four first round picks. Yeah, I think I like the football
I'm
team.
trying to think here. Ravens.
Rivera probably got in them this week too after that tough performance against the Lions and letting Swift run all over him. I think this is a game where the football team gets after it.
I think I might have to go with the Bucks. I think I have to go
Really?
with the Bucks here.
You're picking
yeah.
on Goff, huh?
Yeah, I'm picking on Goff a little bit. It
on Monday
should
night,
be a
man.
closer game on a primetime slate. Monday Night Football. Really no injuries to be discussed, so they're both at 100%. There's no bad weather, which would definitely slam me to play the Bucks. But no, I think they can. I think they can hold the Rams pretty well, and it's going to be back and forth, low scoring. I think it might come down to a field goal in this one. You could see someone winning 17-14 in this matchup.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's good all the way around. I mean, the Ravens, if you want to break it down, the Ravens going up against the Titans, and that's a close one too. But
Yeah,
you're
but now-
without Calais Campbell.
They're
And
banged.
Brandon Williams and LJ
And Jimmy
Ford
Smith.
and Jimmy Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
much.
it's a lot. I think the Titans have been struggling to work that play action into effect because of who's your man that they lost?
Taylor Lewan.
Taylor Lewan.
Oh,
All
the
right. They
Titans.
still haven't recovered from that. And they're having a hard time activating that play action as much as they would like to, stretching the field. So I think it's more of a Derrick Henry game with Calais Campbell out.
Mhm.
They're gonna use that. They're gonna activate that play action. So you may see more points on that side of the ball, more than expected. My phone's getting blown up. And sorry about that. And then what was the other team there that we were talking about?
The
Washington.
football team. Yeah, I like them going up against the Bengals. That's just me.
Yeah, and
No Mixon. Yeah.
Without Mixon, I feel that Joe Burrow throws the ball a lot more.
Yeah, but that front four gets home, bro. We'll
Yeah,
see.
They do.
That's
the
true.
thing.
Yeah, it's a toss up between Washington and Tampa Bay. I would take Baltimore out of it for
Yeah, I
today.
would take Baltimore out for sure. And then it's a 1A, 1B situation with the other two. I haven't sat the Bucks defense all year. I've been using them every week, regardless of their matchups.
They've been pretty
they're
good.
opportunistic. They get sacks and all that stuff.
They get sacks, they get fumbles.
Yeah, I just think for this week, I would take my chances with the pressure on the rookie.
I mean,
But Goff plays like a rookie.
Miami stuffed the Rams pretty well too, didn't they?
We sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
So I mean, they make mistakes. I would go with the Bucks on that one. That's my personal opinion.
Gives you something to look forward to on Monday night too.
Yeah, a little extra from the
a little
Bucks.
extra hope.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. How do we feel about Calvin Ridley? What's up, Billy?
How do we feel about this? Congratulations to the chef.
Oh man, you're gonna put it on the show. Okay.
Congratulations.
I know that's why I skipped over it, but hold on.
This just in. We have breaking news.
I would like to be one of the first to say congratulations to the FF chef himself, James Crease, for the forthcoming edition, as well as Billy did, to your family. Chef and his wife will be expecting a brand new baby in June of 2021.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Allie.
We find out if it's a
Congratulations,
boy
Allie.
or a girl next week, fellas. It's gonna be a reveal. I'm gonna punt
I'm
the
excited.
football, I think, or spike.
Is that
it.
what you're gonna do?
Gronk spike it.
Don't end up
Yeah.
hurting yourself, Chef.
I'm gonna Gronk
Don't
spike
end
it.
up.
That's
hurting
why I'm not
yourself.
kicking
Yeah,
it.
don't punt it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
How'd you
I'm
break
gonna-
your toe?
I'm gonna spike it. Yeah, how'd you break your toe? Oh, finding out if I had a baby, girl or boy. It's funny, but thank you so much, guys. What do you guys think of Calvin Ridley coming off his sprained foot? Big day,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fire him up.
fire him up,
They,
100%.
they rested him to be sure that he was okay, and I think he's going to come back today and light it up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're gonna tear this. The Falcons are gonna win this game.
I think so too. I think it's going to be one of those games. But the Saints are a really good defense, but they're 30th against the wide receiver and getting points allowed, and I just feel like he's going to eat.
Cool.
I
AK's
mean,
going
New
back. to
Orleans is
some-
given three
Oh,
and a
you're
half.
staying.
That's the spread.
Yeah, I'll take the Falcons on that.
I'm taking the Falcons. I take the Falcons money line on that one.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Oh, okay.
And,
All
and
right,
win
so-
some money on that.
So does that mean you're not starting the Saints defense?
Not
starting
starting
the Saints
defense.
defense.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
That's
Would
a
you start,
great segue there.
I would take the Eagles in this one and up against Cleveland in the rain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that'd be the only one that I would. I think it's just going to be a low scoring game all day.
Yep.
The other ones have
I
the
think-
potential to get blown out or get a lot of points scored on them. I
Yeah,
don't see a
I
scenario
agree.
where the Browns put up 30 on the Eagles.
All right, Mini Jordan's back again. Carry shots.
Dude, we all lost Swift, man.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
tough one.
That was a shame. That really hurt.
I don't know if I trust the usage here with Wilkins too, and the same way we're fading Jonathan Taylor, we got to fade Jordan Wilkins, right? And Nyheim Hines, like that whole situation. If you're gonna fade it, and Carry-On's got the most likely path to success today, is this the point where I finally rip off the Band-Aid and say go Carry-On?
I mean, just because of the murkiness that is that backfield in Indy. I mean,
Right.
it feels like it's Hines' backfield, but it's
But it's not.
it's like a
Yeah.
different. It like leans a different way every week. It's kind of
We
like the
don't
same thing
know,
that happens in Baltimore. So I mean,
You
man,
can expect
I know
Rodgers
we've
to have
been-
success and to move the ball, and they got to play from behind, so it's a Nyheim Hines
It's
game.
a coin flip. It's a coin flip between the two. I mean, both of them have a chance to get a little bit of work and fall in the end zone.
I think the
Yeah.
matchup is what's going to do it for me here, and I would say it's Wilkins against Green Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's the only.
that would make sense.
Ugh.
And then, that's ugly.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
tough,
bad
man.
for you, Mini Jordan.
Ugh. I
Dude,
mean,
but
do
again,
we-
the Panthers are 29th against the running back. That's a good matchup too, and it's just him and Peterson, no Swift. So it's like you're dividing the work by 2, not dividing it by 3, like you are in Indy. Like I feel like it's Carry-On, but you're right.
Yeah, it's tough.
The tilt is real.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
they
excited
told
to
us
see how
real, and that's
that
why
one-
we do this show. And if anybody doesn't know, and this is a great segue,
Yeah.
just to talk about this for a second. If anyone doesn't know why we call it the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast, is because for years now we've been in a league together, in a home league, and we talked about what our tilt was on Sundays, and we made a text group said the tilt is real for sure. I think it was starting for sure or something like that.
The tilt is real, is how I think it was.
Yeah,
always was.
the Sunday tilt is
Yeah.
real or something like that. And so that's how this podcast was branded. And it's quite appropriate. Apparently, everybody else, we have some followers now on Twitter and YouTube, Facebook. And this is why. And if you enjoy this content, please stick with us.
Yes.
Wherever you're watching or listening, hit subscribe, and welcome to the Sunday Tilt. And you're part of the group. You're part of the family.
Mini Jordan is definitely part of the family. Mini Jordan's been with us.
Absolutely,
for 2 weeks
man.
now.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah, and
Thank
these
you.
gentlemen are gonna go with Jordan Wilkins, and I'm gonna go with Kerryon Johnson. We're gonna split the tilt. I'm going I have to at some point. I got to say Kerryon's gonna do a little bit of work today. Got to do it.
Ugh,
It
Oh,
feels
man.
horrible.
Oh, that's tough. That is.
It
That does
feels
feel a little
rough.
tough.
Oh, I like this one.
Rico Pellegrini wants to know Rodgers or
Look at my
Ryan
Dave.
today.
Welcome in, Rico. Rodgers or Ryan today? Again, Indy defense. Every time I pick against Rodgers, he throws 3 or 4 touchdowns and has 350 yards and has a flawless game. But
I'm going with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I'm
here.
going to trust
Yeah,
the defense.
definitely.
I'm going to trust
Okay.
Indy's defense to keep them
Cool.
a little bit under control. And
I agree.
Ryan's the pick.
Yeah,
Yep, Matt
Ryan,
Ryan for
Ryan's
sure.
the way to go.
All right. Back to Mini Jordan.
Ooh,
If this
more
is one league, if this is I'm curious to know if this is one league or several leagues.
It's just
Taysom Hill.
flex.
Yeah, right. Taysom Hill, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, or Alex Smith. I have a funny Taysom Hill story, real quick here. So I'm in a league. I'm in a super flex league where I had Drew Brees and another quarterback. So I lost Brees, and in that super flex league, it's impossible to pick up quarterbacks. So the only ones who were available on the waiver wire were Taysom Hill, but before him was I can't think of Jameis Winston. So I have $50 of fab left. So I'm like, I got to put a bid on Winston. I got to do something, right? I got to just drop my whole fab on him. So I dropped my whole fab on Winston because I'm like, all right, I should do this. I need it. A couple hours later, I go back and I pull it back. I'm like, nah, maybe I shouldn't. So I put a lower bid in for him.
You're tilting
The tilt was
yourself.
I end up losing the bid for Winston. Was disappointed at the time. Taysom Hill was still the only other viable option. And I said, all right, fine. I put a $0 bid in for Taysom Hill and won that. And the next day, it was announced that Hill's the starter. So
Okay.
that's
So luck worked out in your favor, but you're not starting Hill over Kirk Cousins, right? Like that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, I would take
Oh, no.
just to answer this question. I would take Taysom Hill and Joe Burrow out of the equation, and your toss-up is between Kirk Cousins and Alex Smith. Alex Smith, almost 400 passing yards last week.
390. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to throw the ball. They're both teams are playing against other teams that are at the bottom of wide receiver points, quarterback points. They're
Indeed.
they can be had. All right. Alex Smith, yeah, Cincy, they're gonna throw the ball, but they're gonna run the ball as well.
Yeah, the Bengals are 27th against the quarterback, and the Cowboys are surprisingly just 15th. But it's either Cousins or Alex Smith, and I think I'm gonna go Cousins.
I mean, I have
Man, these tilts are ugly, dude. We're talking about Kerryon Johnson and Kirk Cousins.
I have Dallas in my stats as 31st against the wide receiver
The wide receiver, yeah, but
and 24th against the quarterback. I think it might be Kirk Cousins. I don't know.
I'm going Cousins.
I'm gonna go Cousins on this one, man. I really think so. Unless you think that Alex Smith, he throws the ball a lot. They haven't been running it too much, but Gibson's been getting work.
I think they'll run it more this week. I think they'll put an onus on keeping this game under control. They don't want Alex Smith to throw the ball as
Right.
many times as he did last week, and they don't want him to throw for 390. Whereas in Cousins may have to with Dallas and his defense giving up points too. So I feel like Cousins is the smash.
Yeah, I think Cousins is the way to go, man. And like I said, you're staying away from Hill and Burrow if you don't have to.
But if you're on ESPN, throw Taysom Hill in your tight end slot and start.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say, and the other point I was going to bring up too is, okay, yeah, on paper it makes sense. Cousins, you guys are right. You're 100% right. But if I had to pick my flyer out of these guys right here that I think could have a breakout game and crush fantasy points for all these other guys, it's Taysom. And I'll tell you why. It's not going to get done through the air. It's going to be gadget plays. It's going to be breaking off a 60-yard run. It's going to be like he's been in that offense for a long time, and he's been doing he's always in as a gadget player. You could tell the talent is there. They paid him was it $21 million?
16 million.
60. Okay. So I don't know, man. I am so excited for this game because I have Taysom Hill in Dynasty, and I've been.
That's
You
why
guys
you're
know
so excited about
that's
it.
why I'm so excited because he was my very last pick in Dynasty.
I'm excited to see what happens with the other weapons and how it affects the offense and all that stuff, but I'm not expecting him to have a big game today.
Speaking of quarter,
This just in. We have breaking news.
Ian Rappaport just reported that Gardner Minshew will not be playing today. It is Jake Luton all the way.
All right.
All right. It was a question mark. Gardner Minshew did practice in limited fashion throughout the week. He's dealing with a thumb injury. He had thumb surgery, I believe. He had a fractured thumb, something like that. But it is Jake Luton for today. So expect more of the same from DJ Chark.
Yeah.
And Rappaport's also coming in here saying that Hines is going to get the bulk of the carries today.
Yeah.
So that fades that
Wilkins, yeah.
That fades that Wilkins. So it makes that a little easier.
I think it's Taylor at the goal line.
I'm gonna have to fire up Hines. I have him in every league.
I would. I mean,
why not?
Yeah.
I think I might fire him up too. I have him and Taylor, and I'm kind of bouncing back.
Did we scroll down too far? I think we have some more.
We're right here.
Right on page. Yep.
We're right on Bill Watkins. All right. So what's going on, Bill? Thanks for tuning in. Hollywood Brown, Brandon Cooks, Mike Williams, and Travis Fulgham start 2 in PPR. Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, if there's ever felt like a damn breakout game. I know you don't want to do it, Chef. I didn't want to say Carry On's name either earlier. So are we is it finally here? Are we doing the Hollywood Brown?
Can I just put Mike Williams in as the player that I would play automatic?
He was going to be my second. Brown and Williams.
And I don't like the way Fulgham disappeared last week. It's going to be raining in that game. I don't trust any of the pass catchers. If I can fade them and have better options, which those are, I say Hollywood and Mike Williams. Right?
I'm in.
My man.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Cool.
Nice. I feel like it's the DFS lineup Hollywood Brown game. I feel like it's that game. I feel it. I know. It's just
I don't know about DFS. I mean, you could probably find some better options around the same price as Grace Brown.
Yeah, but he'll be lower enough.
And if he fails this week, he's skid Mark Brown, man, because this is over.
This is
right?
it.
I'm done.
I'm still.
He has the greatest matchup today, and he should be able to get the job done. If he does not get it done today, I'm putting him out to pasture. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right. It's a great question, Billy. Appreciate it, man.
My man.
Oh man. All right, coming in from Kiet Tran. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly. Tran, Ahmed or Duke, and pick two out of these: Woods, Cooks, and Parker.
I think you go with Savon Ahmed on that one.
Ahmed is the lead back. Yeah.
Cool. Even with Breida coming back a little bit, I think he's changing pace back. It should still be Ahmed's. He put up a good showing last week.
And we should be up, hopefully, in that game, and he should be able to get the bulk of the carries.
Pick 2, Woods, Cooks, and Parker.
A lot of Woods and Cooks tilts today.
Yeah. That's the tilting zone. That's about where you are.
It usually happens that way. We've been noticing a trend every week.
Yeah, it's always the same questions in the same, situations.
Take Parker out of that.
You think so? Completely, you're taking him out?
Taking him out.
I just don't want to play anybody against that Bucs defense, and I'm scared of Cooks. But I guess it's going to have to be Cooks and Woods, and leave Parker out.
I don't want Parker up against AJ Boye, man. It's. I mean, he can be had. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he had 6 for 64 against Patrick Peterson. You know what I mean? So it's not.
Now that you say that,
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. He had 6 for 64 against Patrick Peterson, and last week against Hayward or Casey Hayward, he didn't do too much, but
that's another breed, though.
Yeah. I think I go Woods and Cooks. Don't love it. I don't love it, but I go Woods and Cooks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll go Woods and Cooks on that too.
That's a tough one, man.
That is tough.
Could we? Oh, it's probably that. Never mind. Tua or Taysom from Meph Hendrickson. Welcome, Meph. Thank you for joining our show. We appreciate it.
Meph.
First time commenter here. Tua or Taysom. That's a good one.
This is a good one.
You already know I'm gonna say Tua.
Yeah, and I'm leaning Tua as well. We just don't know what Taysom's going to do in that offense. I think it's going to be short dump offs. If anything, I think they're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, and I think they take that Taysom Hill thing like they're announcing him as a starter. I wouldn't be shocked if there were packages in there for Jameis
Well, there
Winston.
was notes that came in saying that he was not going to be
Mhm.
involved at all
Saw that. Yep.
unless Taysom Hill went down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the clear backup quarterback.
All right, then I mean, but I still go Tua.
I'd still go Tua. I think you got a safer floor with Tua
I would
Until we see it.
until we see it.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a really
put
tough one,
Taysom
man.
in your, and like we said, we've been saying it all morning. If you have a tight end position slot on ESPN, throw Taysom in on there.
True. If it's an
Yeah,
ESPN league, definitely
both.
start him. Yeah, as your tight end. What would you do in your ESPN league if your tight end was Kelsey? Would you bench Kelsey for Taysom Hill?
Flex Kelsey,
Flex
tight
Kelsey.
end. Tight
Oh,
end.
okay. Yeah. All right. I guess there it
Still.
is. That solves the problem. All right. Here we go. Varun Vedantam.
Yep.
Super flex, baby.
Hope I got
Love
that
it.
right. Super flex PPR. Here we go. Tom Brady or Alex Smith? That's Brady for me,
Wow. It's Tampa Tom, but it's
Mhm.
very, very close.
but it is close. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Chef, I guarantee you Ron Rivera and Scott Turner do not want him to throw for 390 yards again. He's not playing the Lions again. I mean, I know it's the Bengals. They're not much better, but I feel like it's a trap. If you start jumping on the Alex Smith bandwagon right now, I feel like it might be a little bit of a trap. I'd rather take the safe bet with Brady. Maybe that turns into a shootout. All those weapons, they look like they're clicking on all cylinders. I'm going to trust Tom Terrific and go with it.
I think it's safe. I think it's safe bet time over this. For sure.
I mean, the worst case scenario is what you get out of the game in New Orleans, which was 5.36 fantasy points.
Yeah,
That was
you're
the first game of the season.
That's
No,
Oh, that was
That was week
oh,
9.
yeah, week 9. Yeah.
that's what I'm afraid of with Tom going up against the Rams today. That's the only thing I'm afraid of, because you could turn it around. He's coming off a great game against the Panthers, but then he faces the number 1 defense in the league with Aaron Donald chasing his rear end. I mean,
I
that's
know.
something to take into consideration here. And I think
Mm.
and I think Varun is the reason why he's asking this question.
Absolutely. Listen, I can understand why we're asking the question, but it's week 11. Are we going to get cute and bench Tom Brady for Alex Smith in an ugly game against the Bengals, coming off a week where they threw it too much and probably want to tone it back down and give the ball to Antonio Gibson as much as possible? Like, I just feels like that's the way this game would go. And if I'm the coaches, I don't want him to throw it 53 times or whatever he threw it last week. I just don't. That's not a recipe for success for your football team. They were coming from behind in that game. I just don't.
I mean, it's worth a board bet.
If you're willing to,
It's worth a board bet.
It's worth a board bet. But if it was your roster and your lineup and it's week 11 and you need to make the playoffs and your team's 6-4, are you starting Alex Smith over Tom Brady?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I am.
the tilt is real.
Tilt is real. I'm going Alex Smith on this one. It's real close. I think Alex Smith has the upside with Terry McLaurin having a favorable matchup against the Bengals. I think they're going to exploit the Bengals' weaknesses in this one, and they're going to be able to pass the ball. I think they activate McKissick a lot more than we think. Maybe a little bit more than Gibson in this one. They're going to move the ball down the field against the Bengals, and I think more so than what Brady's going to do against the Rams.
All right.
Unfortunately, I mean, we just said it earlier. I said it earlier. I could see this game for the Rams and the Bucks being 17-14.
It could be ugly, but I could see it being 41-38. And both teams, take chunks out of each other. I'm wearing this jersey. That's 20 years of Tom Brady beating me over the head. If you think I'm betting against them, you're crazy.
Oh man, we're not helping these guys out this week. We're tilting ourselves.
Well, because we have differing opinions. That's all. So they can discern and decide which one they want to, choose.
Yeah, whatever
I'm
which
just
way
not
you were
betting against
leaning.
Brady.
Whatever way you were leaning. I mean, Mr. Swanson, you want to snap it? You want to snap the tie right?
I'll snap
Your
it with
Brady,
Tom
your
Brady.
team Brady.
Yeah, I'll team Brady on this one.
You veggie eating punks.
Veggie
All right.
eating punks. Very nice.
I love that.
All right. I'm hoping for Alex Smith big game today.
I'm hoping for it too, Chef. I'm just not willing to bet against Tom Brady.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Home slice.
Home
25
slice.
wants to
What's
know
up?
Tim Patrick, CeeDee Lamb, or Damian Harris PPR flex.
Well, Chef, earlier on when we were talking, you said about the floor that Damian Harris gives you and he provides. So if you need the points and you need to be safe, it's Damian Harris. If you want a little bit of upside, CeeDee Lamb, I guess.
Yep.
I'm not starting Patrick against the Dolphins. I'm leave that alone.
I agree. So I'd say floor. If you don't need a tremendous amount of points, you go Harris. If you want the home run shot, go Lamb. Cool.
Agreed.
I think it's Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Harris. That's my route.
Unless you're down by 30 or something, you know what I mean, and you need that home run, like Mr. Swanson said. Like if you're projected to get killed, I mean, maybe CeeDee Lamb. Maybe.
Yeah.
Varun wants us to pick 2 here. Jacoby Myers. I guess that's Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin, Chase
Oh,
Claypool.
Lord.
Ooh, wow.
Rojo.
Good
Rojo.
Mm.
I think
I
you
got
got
Michael
Michael
Thomas and
Thomas.
Claypool.
Michael Thomas and Claypool. Yeah.
Yeah. Myers is close for me.
Myers is close.
Myers
Godwin's,
is close.
Godwin's close too, but
That's a great tilt. I mean, you're in a good spot.
you got
Definitely
a
not.
great team.
Definitely not Rojo. I don't
Great
think
team.
I would start. I would eliminate Rojo out of that, and I would go Michael Thomas, no brainer, number 1, and then damn Claypool over Godwin. Is that what we're really doing right now?
I know,
That's what
right?
I'm
Isn't
doing.
that crazy? But I agree. I think that's the move.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
the Steelers have a matchup made in
11.
heaven against the Jags.
Right.
You got to
Right, but
do
then
it.
that game blows out, gets ugly. No, I guess it doesn't because they kept it close against the Packers last week too. All right, yeah, let's go Michael Thomas, Claypool, Godwin, Myers. Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So Michael
Right.
Thomas and Claypool.
They chose me. Thank you for tuning in. Pick 1. Amari Cooper, Deontay Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Allen Lazard. I think this is pretty easy for everyone here.
DJ for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deontay
Again,
out there.
Five games that he's played fully, double-digit targets in each one of them, coming off a 6 for $114 or $116 last week. Got to go with DJ.
And Amari Cooper would be my second.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Cool. Moving on. They chose me. Come back. Gibson or Robinson?
Gibson. I'm not playing James Robinson against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
No. Yeah.
that's-
No, it's
Especially if I have that
move.
tilt, you're in a good spot.
It's Gibson. Unfortunately, James. That's a good question though, because
It
James
is.
Robinson's at the top
Absolutely.
of the chart.
RB3, I think, right now on the season, something along those
Something
lines.
along those lines. Yes.
So I understand the desire to want to play him, but there's no way I'm playing him against the Steelers when Gibson's playing the Bengals.
RB4.
4. There you go.
RB4. But yeah, I think Gibson. I think Gibson's been showing off, doing what he has to do. 2 touchdowns last week. I think he continues. They continue to utilize him, and I think that offense rolls this week. Kyle Allen. I'm telling you,
You
Kyle.
mean
Allen.
Alex Smith? You're talking.
Alex Smith, rather.
About. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's
Kyle
Living
okay.
in the past. Living
Kyle
in the
did it
past.
earlier.
The dislocated ankle sitting at home.
Yeah, well, it's not Kyle Allen. My bad. My bad.
Heart nailed down. Full PPR pick 1. Damian Harris, DJ Chark, Travis Fulgham. I'm going to
Oof. Yeah, it's again.
I'm
We're
gonna
going
say
for
Fulgham.
Oh, it's Shark. You taking Shark over Damian Harris?
I think Chark has got the matchup, man. Luton's going to have to throw the ball. It's Luton's favorite target.
I guess.
I think the floor, the floor is Damian Harris, rather.
I think
but
all these Damian Harris questions, I think we're going to start with, like, what do you need? Do you need that floor, play, or
Yeah.
do you need that, that big shot? Because if it's the floor play, then it's Harris. But if you need the big shot, it's Chark. You fade Fulgham in this game.
yeah, we already talked about fading Fulgham in a bad weather game. I think it's DJ Chark, man. I think the Pittsburgh defense is going to be had through the air. At least, I think he gets at least 6 for 80 and maybe a touchdown.
There's a few scenarios where Shark has a blow up game. Whether or not they're in it, he's still the number 1 target. If they're playing from behind and it's a blowout, he's still going to get a bunch of
Laviska
targets.
Shenault is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess Shark there, but
Okay.
Harris gives you a decent floor too. Shark, then Harris.
Yeah, I'd say
Fade.
Chark, and then close behind that is Harris.
Yeah.
And then just, leave Fulgham out of it. Speaking of Fulgham, Browns defense against Philly, Panthers defense against the Lions, or the Texans defense against the Pats. I think I'm going Browns.
Yeah, you have to. The likelihood of Wentz turning the ball over is extreme, and especially in rough weather. I would definitely take the Browns defense. No Myles Garrett scares me off a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna go Browns D.
This just in. We have breaking news.
I got 2 big things going on here. Two big things. The first is Sony Michel will not be active today. Okay, he is inactive. Second,
Damian Harris, go up.
Teddy Bridgewater, who was supposed to be active today, who had practiced all week in limited fashion, is deactivated.
Wow, no Teddy B, huh?
All right, so no Teddy B, no Sony Michel.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Schefter 6 minutes ago claimed that Teddy Bridgewater was active. Just now, 30 seconds ago, he is inactive. So yes, confirmed. Teddy Bridgewater is inactive for today. That's what I am getting.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting on the line right now.
That's what you're getting on
and
that
that's
line.
it. Those are two big ones.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So PJ Walker will be the starting quarterback today for Carolina against the Detroit Lions. Keep that in mind as we're going forward here.
Yeah, Hart. No, I would too.
Yeah. Harris. Yep. Then that was your deciding factor in most cases.
Yep.
So yeah, that's great. All right.
Did we all decide on Browns defense for this one right here?
You could take the Browns defense versus Philly.
For
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
All right, cool. That dude, full PPR wants to know Woods, AJ Brown, or Robbie Anderson.
AJ Brown. Now that I heard about the news for Carolina.
PJ Walker, yeah. Yeah, let's go AJ Brown on that.
Sure. I like that. Cool.
Yeah, I think the Titans versus the banged up Ravens.
Yeah,
Yep.
he lines up in the slot a lot, AJ Brown, and then there's not going to be any Jimmy Smith. So,
Yeah.
they got to throw it to somebody, and, he's been getting the targets. He's the number one receiver there. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
I
I'm rolling AJ Brown with that one.
I like it. This one's a little tougher over here. Ted A. Parker, Duke Johnson, or McKissick. Thanks for tuning in, Ted.
McKissick.
I think it's McKissick too.
Yeah, the Patriots. I mean, they
I
have
had
been
to.
had. They have been had on the ground though. The Patriots a few
Duke
times.
Johnson or McKissick.
But McKissick feels like the safer play with the passing work and involvement that he's gotten
That's what's
so far.
gonna do it. Yeah, the
Mhm.
passing work. Yep.
The passing work for McKissick kind of overrules Duke Johnson, but it's close. That's a good tilt.
It's a great tilt.
Yeah, if you guys want to go McKissick on this one, I'll jump on board with that. It's real close for me. Only because I have some Duke Johnson shares right now that need to hit.
You got to take that out of it, Chef.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to be team bias here. Let's go McKissick.
Nice. I like it. For Sashiari, full PPR wants to know
What
Aaron
a
Jones.
name.
That's
What a
really cool.
name.
For Sashiari, that just like rolls off the tongue.
It's Sachiari.
Sashiari.
I like it.
That's dope. I love that. So Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, or Nick Chubb?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
You say Versace, I say Versace.
I can't even pronounce nothing past that. Versace.
He has all three of these guys?
This
Yeah,
is
whoa.
great.
You start two in your running back spot, and then the other one in your flex.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can only start one of these. Who's the other running back?
That's crazy. Yeah, you start all three
Yeah.
of these guys. You find a way to start all three.
Oh, man.
But if we're ranking them for this week, Chubb, Jones, Sanders.
Chubb, Jones, Sanders.
No.
Chubb and Jones. All right, now Jones, Chubb, Sanders.
Sanders, Chubb, Jones. Yeah.
Sanders, Chubb, Jones. Yes.
Yeah. Sanders, Chubb, Jones.
I'd have to lean that way.
Yeah, I know. Sanders against
right.
the Browns. I like Sanders against the Browns more than I like Nick Chubb against the Eagles defense, run defense, and Aaron Jones against the Colts. I don't. He's had a couple bad weeks in a row, and
And it's the Colts defense.
yeah. Sanders,
All right.
Chubb, Jones.
Versace Ari, if you're still here, man, please let us know if there's a possibility that you can start all three of those guys
Yeah, because you should.
in your same league, because you should. That's dope. Zero Destroyer, pick one. Mike Thomas, Deontay Johnson, or AJ Brown?
Wow.
Oh man. Oh no.
Are you going to do it?
I think he's
Are
gonna
you
do
going
it.
to do it?
He's gonna do it.
Are
He's
you
doing
going to
it.
go? Are you going
Love
to
Yeah.
I can see
do
it.
it? Yeah,
He's doing it.
I'll put a stamp on it too. If you say it, I'm gonna
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, man. I love Michael Thomas, but Deontay Johnson, dude. Yeah. Double digit. Again, I keep repeating myself, but double digit targets every time he's played a full game. If he plays the full game today against that Jaguars defense, who's been porous against the wide receiver, he has the more likely matchup. He's the bigger home run threat. He's been getting in the end zone. You don't know what you're getting out of Taysom Hill. You know the Ravens, at least the secondary, can cover somewhat against A.J. Brown. So I'm going to fade those other two. And you might think I'm crazy, but it's Deontay Johnson. You don't think I'm crazy because you wouldn't have asked the question if you thought I was crazy, right?
Yeah, right.
It's
I mean,
Deontay
this is
Johnson.
Mike Thomas is that name. You drafted him because you drafted him to start him. You didn't draft him to sit him. But this week with that tilt right there, yeah,
If you have to pick one, it's
The
kind of
matchup.
crazy. You have to play matchups at this time of year. You're playing. You're hopefully you're already in the playoffs.
Right.
But
or
if
on your
you're
way.
not you're on your way to the playoffs, but you got to play the matchups. You got to stick to your guns. You got to stick to the guys that have been producing and not the guys that just have the big names. Michael Thomas, yeah, he could wind up having a decent game today, but I'd rather go with Deontay Johnson, knowing what he's been able to do. As long as he doesn't get injured.
Like I said, the games that he's played 5 games in full where he's played all 4 quarters. In those 5 games, he has double-digit targets in each one of them. He's found the end zone or gotten 100 yards in each one of them. So, go with Deontay Johnson.
I'm down. Deontay Johnson. I told you I'd stamp it. Go ahead, bro.
My man.
That's good stuff. And
boom.
to answer Versace's question from before, he said pick 2. So it's Sanders and Chubb.
Yep.
We're staying away from Aaron Jones this week.
Great team, though, that you have all 3 of those dudes. Good on you.
Yeah, man.
For sure. Greg Martinez, Parker, Lamb, or AB? Flex PPR.
1. If we're going with one of them, CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay, cool. I agree.
Again, the chef's calling for a low-scoring Monday night game. So I'm leaving AB alone on that one. I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to trust that, Dalton's going to come back healthy and throw the ball. It's against the Vikings. I like CeeDee Lamb out of those 3.
You don't think Parker's going to do better than him?
Then CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I knew you were thinking about something.
Yeah. Oh, did I show it on my face?
Mhm.
You're doing the wedding ring spin.
Oh, my spin. I'm like,
Yeah.
Don't play poker with Mr. Swanson. He's got your tail down.
yeah,
cuz.
right.
Mhm.
I'll just take my rings off. It's real close for me between Parker and Lamb. I'm leaving AB out of this one. I mean, he probably, I would. That's tough, man. I think Parker might do something. Lamb is a question mark. I'm leaning Parker on this
At least
one.
Andy Dalton's throwing the ball, and it's not,
Right. Ben DiNucci.
ex player off street. Yeah.
True. But like we said earlier, Cooper might be the better target in that case. I think Parker just has a little bit more of a target share
He does, maybe.
than Lamb would.
I like Lamb's matchup this week, though.
Parker's
Hope
got a
that
better
helps
floor.
out,
Lamb has
Greg.
a higher ceiling for this.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Parker's been good. He's been a solid receiver. I'm not, knocking him, and I'm not trying to fade him because I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm just fading the matchup against AJ Bouye, and I'd rather have CeeDee Lamb in the slot with Dalton, who loves to throw to the receiver in the slot. So,
Trying to see. Yeah, I mean, Minnesota can be had,
yeah,
especially in the slot.
100%. They've been playing better as a secondary and all that, but
Coming off of a bye, maybe they switch things up a little bit. So we'll see.
All right. Hooper in bad weather or Irv Smith?
First
Well,
off,
Vaughn.
welcome Aurelio.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Aurelio Ruiz.
I love
gonna-
the avatar. I love
love-
koala bears.
Yeah, that's
That's dope.
awesome. I love that.
Vicious animals. Little known fact.
Oh, they're so cute though.
They're vicious.
Just want to pet one.
Are they vicious?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Freaking bear, guys. I know it's cute and cuddly, but you know what I mean? That one and the panda.
They're vegetarians.
Yeah, but they're vicious as far as going near them. We need to get Brad Bolt in on this and find out what's going on. Our man down under, Brad
I'm
Bolt
gonna-
from
See the
Australia.
dinosaur?
We're gonna find
Oh
out
yeah, that's right. He would know. He would know.
because they look real cute. But I bet you don't want to go up and pet one. Just saying.
I would.
I'm not sure about the Irv Smith injury, Chef. Do we have Is
Yeah, he looks like he's
officially
gonna
in?
play.
He is going to play.
He is gonna
Wow.
play.
Yeah, I might fire him up. Yeah, I might fire him up against Dallas and hope he gets, again, with the tight ends, we've been finding out it's just whoever falls in the end zone. Whoever gets that red zone target, whoever gets that touchdown is the tight end, ends up being a top 5, top 10 tight end each week. And Hooper's just coming back. Bad weather, like you're saying. I don't know if I trust that offense to throw the ball much and get involvement. I think I might take my chances with Irv Smith.
It's a toss up.
I'm going in the dome and hoping for the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Irv Smith too on that.
Agreed. The dome sold me.
Dome. Yep. Cool. That's the. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, don't say that.
Nope. Heart nailed down. What's up, man? Thanks for coming back. Rogers or Ben? Ben.
It's Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big Ben season, yeah.
He's going to be making that big stacker. He's going to be
It's going to be a big
Ooh.
Roethlisberger.
Like a
It's gonna be
koala bear.
triple stack with all 3 wide receivers.
Come at you like a koala bear.
And Ebron.
koala bear.
All right, and Precise, what's going on, man? Welcome
What's up,
back.
Precise?
Welcome back, Precise.
Yo. So yeah, we'll keep with the Rodgers stuff here too. So he's in between Rodgers or Ryan.
We did this one a little bit
and we
earlier.
did this
but
one earlier.
Yeah. Well, it was Matt Ryan, though.
We got Matty
Precise.
Ice.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming back, man. Always happy to see you. Mev's back again for with CEH or Zeke.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Last time the Chiefs played against the Raiders, he only had 10 carries for 40 yards. I expect that to be a little bit different this week for CEH, but it's still going to be Zeke against Minnesota this week. I'm going to go Zeke. He hasn't had a 100-yard game this season. Like, we're waiting for it. This is the week.
Yeah, I think he may get into the end zone.
Zeke gets 100 yards this week. Like, he has
They're
to,
not the Bears. I think they're better than the Bears offense,
for sure.
which is scary to say, I guess. 'cause-
Everybody's better than the Bears offense right now.
well, according to the numbers, not the Dallas Cowboys.
They'll be right. I think this is a get right game for Zeke coming off the bye, and they're gonna make him the focal point of the offense. And I don't trust that game with the Raiders isn't a complete shootout, and Mahomes is slinging it all over the place.
Word. Aurelio, thank you.
Zeke.
Thanks, man. Just wanted to put that up there right there. We're not a football podcast. We're a koala.
We're gonna have legitimate news, Aurelio.
We will get back.
Tune back in because we're gonna get to the bottom of the koalas are vicious thing.
If you're on
100%.
Twitter, follow us at TIR_pod. We will get an answer for you. We have a great friend from Australia. He is a fantasy football analyst at Join Our Circle _ in the fantasy intervention group.
Add Brad Bolt 1.
Add Brad Bolt 1. We will get that answer for you, and we will post it. I'll go back and post it in the show comments
100%
for anybody that wants to hear it. And if you guys aren't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, hit it up. I see a lot of new faces in the chat today, and we
Welcome
appreciate it.
in.
Thank you so
everybody.
much. And yeah, we bring you koala bear analysis. That's what we do.
First time
That's
we
what
might have
we
said
do.
the word koala in like our whatever 30th episode or whatever we're on right now. But yeah,
Hey, man, first time for we're open to all of it, man, for sure. Is it Honcho Dale or Honcho Dale?
Honcho Dale.
Honcho Dale. Well, Honcho Dale has
Dale.
right?
It's not Dale Don Dale, probably it's
All right.
Honcho Dale. I
Honcho
like
Dale.
it.
What's up?
All right, so he's got Dalvin Cook, but he needs one for another running back spot. So he's got Zeke or Mike Davis, and he also wants to know who to put in his flex. He's got Juju and DJ Moore.
Hashtag help me. I like that.
Hashtag
Listen,
help is on the way, dude.
in the flex because of the PJ Walker news, we're gonna go Juju, right? With that matchup. He's been
Yes,
getting the
sure.
usage. He's been favorite red zone target.
And then
all
I'm
that.
leaning with the news. I'm leaning Mike Davis as well.
Yes.
With Bridgewater being out, they're going to lean on a
They
heavy
have to
run
run
game.
the ball more.
Yeah, and they have a great match. Mike Davis has a great matchup.
Yep.
Yeah, they might go 8 in the box. How can you start Mike Davis over Zeke, guys?
You don't. I mean,
He says
I'm sorry,
one
how do
other
you
running
start
back.
Zeke over? You have to. One other.
With
Oh.
Zeke or Mike Davis. So we're saying we're starting Mike Davis over Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
You guys been helping going with me. I'm gonna go with you guys, but I'm going reluctantly. Like you're dragging me onto that. Mike Davis is better than Zeke this week, bust.
It's
Like,
a
I
weird
really want-
start. It's.
I
gross,
know,
but
but I feel like Zeke is due. But that's just a baseball player in me, I guess. Let's go with
mean-
Mike Davis. The numbers say Mike Davis. Go with Mike Davis. His mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
Nice. I like it. Low key Greens.
Me too.
Low key Greens wants to know Julio or Keenan.
Welcome back, low key Greens.
You can't
Welcome
play
back.
both. Oh man.
Oof.
And who are you playing over them?
Yeah, I'm not benching Julio for anybody, but
Yeah,
I can understand the temptation to want to with Keenan and the way he's been playing. He's been balling out, but man, I'm not
they're
benching
playing
Julio
up
for
against the
anybody.
Jets. Mm.
That game could get ugly early, and actually, surprisingly, Poole in the slot has been pretty good against some wide receivers. So Keenan likes to line up in the slot a lot. I'm going to go Julio no matter what.
You got to go Julio.
Yeah,
I
man.
think so too.
Julio freaking Jones.
Julio freaking
Yeah.
Jones. Up against
We've already
Marshall-
picked Matt Ryan
against the
over-
banged up Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen up against.
I'd start Julio against
Uh,
Deion Sanders, bro.
They're both going to have great games today. I think they both have great games today, and I really would like to know, low key Greens, who do you have over both of these guys?
That's a
These are your wide
smash.
receiver
Yeah,
two or your
that's a
flex
smash
play.
Yeah, that's
Like
kinda
I'm really intrigued and I really want to know. Like, you must have Stephon Diggs isn't playing this week, so or maybe you already had DeAndre Hopkins, perhaps.
D Hop, maybe you have
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, you know?
Yeah, maybe. Which is great all around.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jesus.
All right, Garrett Yunker, what's going on? Yeah, can't talk today. What's going on, Garrett? Thank you for tuning in. Standard League, pick 2, CEH, Gio, or Justin Jefferson.
CH and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Standard
gonna-
League.
Stint.
Yeah, CEH and Justin Jefferson, I guess. Giovanni Bernard, I believe, splits time with Samaje Perine.
Mm-hmm. And the football team's pretty good defense, so go CEH and Jefferson for the upside.
Yeah, CEH and Jefferson. Cool.
I like these. Keep them rolling.
Yeah, keep them going. Huncho, back again. Mike Davis or Zeke, half-point PPR.
Still Mike
And
Davis.
Juju
Still
We're
Mike
gonna go with Mike
Davis.
Davis.
Yeah,
Still
okay.
going. And Juju for sure over DJ Moore.
Yep. Cool. All right. And Loki's back again. Nick Chubb or Kalen Balaj.
Can you believe this?
Unreal.
Can you believe this question?
Unreal. With this jersey on, it hurts me even more.
Oh, my goodness.
He was
Mhm.
worthless. Worthless.
Crazy.
All right. So,
But it low key the revenge game though.
all right. So it's
It's the Kalen Balaj revenge game. He's gonna
It's-
go stick it to Gase, isn't he? You know
it's
what I mean?
Kalen Balaj.
It's Kalen Balaj. I know,
He
right?
just made their chef real sick. I'm not doing it.
Oh man.
I'm not
You're
doing it. Nope. I won't. I refuse to make myself sick. I'm gonna go with Nick Chubb.
Oh God.
I'm not doing it. I'm
That
not
was
doing it.
disgusting.
I can't do it.
Mm.
Yeah, drink something. I can't do it. Sorry, Loki Greens. This isn't a professional analysis right here. It's just that I refuse to put myself through what the chef just did, and I'm not going to say that man's name and say that I'm starting him over Nick Chubb. I'm not doing it.
Are you
Start
taking
Chubb.
are you taking the running back against the 25th ranked defense or Nick Chubb against the Eagles defense in the rain?
Eagles defense in the rain.
Oh,
I don't care. He's going to run it 19, 20 times like he did last week, and he's going to get in the end zone as assuming they get close. I'm sorry, Mr. Swanson. No disrespect. It's not the 1990
taken.
Eagles. You know what I mean? It's not the Brian Dawkins 2000 Eagles. We're talking about this Eagles team. I mean, it's not.
all right.
You're right. You're not.
Yeah, you got to play your star. and
Even
Nick
Danny
Chubb is a
Dimes was
star.
doing. Danny Dimes was doing it to you guys on the run. You know what I mean? Like, so Nick Chubb's not going to be able to. Yeah, no. Give me Nick Chubb. Let's not get cute.
The only
All right.
reason, yeah, but you got to think about like the carries that Chubb's splitting with. Like, he's splitting almost a 50-50 split with Kareem Hunt. But that even with that, you would take 50% Chubb over 100% Kalen Balaj.
Let me get 50% of 40, bro, before I get 75% of the 20.
Oh,
you know what I
man.
mean? Like,
Okay, yeah, all right,
And it's Chubb.
yeah, okay. I think maybe
Yeah,
we're
a
taking
lot.
about it too
You guys
much.
are nuts.
Yep. I mean, the fact that that's
Watch him
even
go off for 200 yards today.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man. All
probably.
right, I'm moving on from that
Thanks,
one.
Loki.
Please get us away from the Kalen Balaj
Oh,
territory. Mr.
man.
Swanson. Thank you.
All right, Trey S. Full PPR flex. Marvin Jones, Jarvis Landry, DJ Moore, or Jerry Judy.
Ooh.
Um,
We're going to leave Jarvis alone in the rain, right? Or so it's
Sure.
either Marvin Jones.
I think it's Marvin Jones.
I
Yeah.
think it's Marvin Jones here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judy's going to get either Byron Jones or Xavier Howard, and our defense is real. The Dolphins' defense is
Yeah,
real.
he's getting Xavier Howard this
Mhm.
week.
And then DJ Moore is, PJ Walker. We don't know what to think there. Jarvis has been terrible. Baker's been inefficient. I don't trust that at all.
And you
No
got
Kenny Galladay.
You got no Kenny Galladay, no Amendola,
And no Swift.
and no Swift.
Yeah.
So Marvin Jones is going to see an uptick in carries. I mean, touches, targets, along with TJ Hawkinson. I think is going to have a good game as well.
Yeah,
With those guys being out, and Marvin Hall is a sneaky sleeper for this game.
100%.
I picked him up in a couple leagues. He will be getting targets this week. I don't have
Quintez Cephas.
Quintez Cephas is another guy who could be coming into
Yeah.
consideration for
Yes,
this
sir.
matchup. But Marvin Hall, over the past couple games, he has gotten at least 3 targets in each game. Last week, 3 targets, 2 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown. Okay. And that was against Washington. So I think he can do some damage this week against
Agreed.
Carolina as well.
Agreed.
So,
Right.
yeah, Marvin Jones.
Hiad Vierpada. Hope I got that right. Thank
Very
you for tuning in.
Not great.
Wow.
Thank you. Anderson, now that Teddy is out, or Duke Johnson, I assume.
Ooh.
Robbie Anderson still.
Sure. Yeah.
It's PPR. At least he gives you upside.
It's
he can break.
PPR?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
can
gotta
break.
go with Robbie.
Yeah, he can break a long one. The Patriots do what they do, and they take players away. I think Robbie's the pick.
All right, folks, and we're going to fly through as many of these as we can right now. We're getting close to the 1 o'clock window. We're going to jump to Tim Barrett. Tim Barrett wants to know Emmanuel Sanders, Jalen Reagor, or James White for a PPR flex. Crud.
You know what? You know what? I'm taking my one home run here. I know we've been talking about the rain and all that stuff. I feel
Reagor?
Jalen. Yeah, I feel like Reagor may have himself a game.
Mm.
I'm on board with the Reagor pick. I don't know what to expect with Sanders with
Taysom Hill.
With Taysom Hill, because I think he's going to do a lot of weird stuff on the ground. And James White, I always feel like you never really know what's
not with Rex Burkhead there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be a toss up between Emmanuel Sanders and Reagor for me.
Sanders is safer. It feels like the safer pick.
I think Sanders is the safer pick.
Right.
Just because it's in a dome. It's a no weather game. He's going up against AJ Terrell, who's 50-50 when it comes to cornerbacks.
Yeah, they're middle of the pack, the Falcons against the wide receiver, but they're a bad defense altogether.
We really, and I thought we talked about this earlier when we put Sanders over Chubb, that the Eagles were going to focus on that run game today the rain.
They are.
So I don't know how many targets either Sanders or Reagor gets, maybe 3 or 4 apiece, but I think Sanders might have the safer bet up against the Falcons defense today.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm going Emmanuel Sanders with that.
All right, yeah, I like it. Andrew Stonebarger, thank you for tuning in. Adrian Peterson, Ronald Jones, or Jonathan Taylor?
I'm going AP.
Yep.
Rojo going up against that
Rams,
Rams defense.
Rams.
I don't want it. We already talked about
Fournette with the timeshare. You don't know which one.
Yeah, and we already talked about Jonathan Taylor. We got to stay away from him until he shows us different. Adrian Peterson gets like a 70-30 workload today. So yeah, let's roll AP out there. Great question, Andrew.
Yeah, that's a good tilt.
Cool. And EG3113 wants to know Amari Cooper or Marvin Jones Jr.
Amari Cooper. It's
Amari
a close
Cooper,
one, though,
right?
because
That's a
it's
close one.
close.
I'll lean Cooper on this one.
Yeah, we're going to go Cooper on that one. Dalton likes Cooper. They should be able to throw the ball against the Vikings.
Cool. I like that. All right. Elliot Means. What's going on, Elliot Means? Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
Gibson
Thanks, Elliot.
or McKissick. This is the one that kills me too. Oof. I think
it's a tough one.
I gotta lean Gibson.
I'm going to lean with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Gibson too.
Yeah, I'm on the train with Gibson. 2 touchdowns last week. They're going to give it to him around the goal line.
Yep.
And I think, as we get deeper into the season, the colder weather, etc., you're going to see them lean a little bit more on the run. And like you said earlier, they are going to lean on the run. They don't want him to pass it.
They don't want Alex Smith
50
to throw,
times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
McKissick's got
he
the nice
didn't
PPR
specify
work.
if it was PPR or not, but I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
It's still Gibson for me, man, just because of the end zone work,
Agreed.
the goal line work.
Great tilt, though, Elliot Means. A lot of us are in the same situation, and we had
For
to
sure.
make the decision. So I'm just going with Gibson for the usage and the goal line work. And, like
You could
Chef
go
said.
either way, though. It's not a bad pick either way.
Sure. I think they're both at least a flex. We
Yeah,
can agree to that. They're both.
I mean,
Yeah,
if anything, if I had to rank them, say they're like running backs 22 and 21. Either way, you can flip flop them back
Yeah,
and
either
forth.
way.
They're right neck and neck.
You
on
could do
my
a lot
rankings.
worse than having that tilt. So
Yeah, you could. You could do a lot worse. Thank you for the question, Elliot. Move on to Jose Vega. Jose Vega wants to know. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Sit 2. I like this. Oh, sit 2, play 2. Will Fuller, Juju Smith-Schuster, AJ Brown, and Marvin Jones. All right,
Juju's
so
an
play-
automatic
so-
start.
So play 2. So
I'm starting Juju no matter what. Juju's a must start for me. Him and Deontay Johnson are right there in that like 10 to 15 range, wherever you want to stick them. I'm putting them there. I don't like AJ Brown's matchup. I don't like Will Fuller's matchup. I think it's Juju and Marvin Jones, man.
I'll agree with that. I mean, I
Well,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah.
AJ Brown a little bit earlier, how they would have to utilize him. I like him over Will Fuller. But yeah, Juju is definitely going to get some work
Right.
today. Marvin Jones, we just talked about him. He's one of those guys there that they're going to have to throw the ball.
Correct. And if no Kenny Galladay, no DeAndre Swift, like we talked about, no Amendola. So Marvin
At
Jones
least he
heavy
has a better
usage.
chance. He has a better
Correct.
chance of the targets.
That's what you want to give yourself is the best opportunity. And I feel like Juju and Marvin Jones give you the most opportunity. The least likely to bust are those two. And so I would bench Will Fuller and AJ Brown. Crazy as that sounds.
That's a good one. Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks for the
sure.
question, Jose.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
This one's kind of interesting right here. Islanders for life. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
I'm in a Survivor Fantasy League and I need 3 wide receivers. Any wide receivers. Which ones do you think will do best today? Just based on what we talked about today. Deontay Johnson.
Oh, any 3 wide
Put him up
receivers
there?
today? Give me 1 second.
The 3 top wide receivers today in fantasy are going to be.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great question. Yeah, I'm firing up Deontay Johnson. I love his matchup.
Cool.
100%.
I like Adam Thielen today against Dallas.
That's a good one, Chef. That's a good one.
What about Tyreek Hill this week?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill against the Raiders tonight makes a lot of sense.
And then, I mean, did you say you said Julio Jones?
No, I didn't. But
I mean, you
leave him
could do,
out?
Julio Jones, Terry McLaurin, Justin Jefferson. We already picked Adam Thielen, so I'll take Justin Jefferson out of it, I guess.
I like Deontay Johnson today to smash.
Deontay Johnson is a nice play. The only problem, the only thing I like different about, I would put Julio Jones above Deontay Johnson.
Julio for sure. You got to go Julio Jones, Tyreek Hill.
Would you do now think about it this way. If we're talking top 3, like in the top 5 wide receivers of the day, because we already have some top players that have already played, DK Metcalf, DeAndre Hopkins. But if you do, say Terry McLaurin over Deontay Johnson because of the other targets around the field for Pittsburgh, you'd still put Deontay Johnson over McLaurin. Mm-hmm. Oh man, we got to get some kind of board bets going on in here, guys. True. This is great. But no, that's a great question.
I wouldn't start any of them over Julio Jones and Tyreek Hill though. Let's go Julio Jones, Tyreek Hill, or smash, and then Thielen probably as a third.
Yeah,
those feel right.
Yeah, that's true. And I think we'd be teetering with the inside the top 10.
Yeah, and then McLaurin and Deontay Johnson round out the top 5, maybe something along those lines.
Okay, cool. That works. Right. Andrew Carcut. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the question. Claypool or Gibson, full PPR.
Oh Lordy. Oof. They can't all keep scoring, so I can't.
I gotta go right. Yeah.
Gibson's the floor.
Safe play.
Okay. That's the best way to do it. Gibson's the floor.
Yep.
Safe play. Justin's coming back over here. Thank you again. Cooper, AB or GO PPR?
Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Word.
Play a little speed round here.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Jose Vega. Antonio Gibson or Gio Bernard, full PPR.
Antonio
Gibson. Answer that? Yeah, Gibson.
Go.
Boom. Jose. Wentz or Cousins? Cousins.
Yeah, it's definitely Cousins.
Cousin.
Yeah. Cousins. Greg. Shirinkin.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you for tuning in. Cam or Brady, pick on for the PPR. Pick one for flex PPR. Duke, Cooks, Rager, Jarvis, Pittman. I'm going Brady for sure over Cam.
I don't know about that.
I'm going Cam.
Yeah, I'm going. I think. Hold on now.
I'm going Cam, man.
Really?
Yeah, the 9 rushing touchdowns going up against Houston. Yeah, hold on now. I think it's
I think he gets it done against Houston today, big time.
I hate it because I don't trust him.
I think he at least has 1 rushing and 1 passing touchdown, at least.
You know what? I'm going to stick to my I don't bet against Brady thing.
I'm fading Cam. I'm fading Cam, man.
I can't bet against Brady.
Pick one for his flex. Duke, Cooks, Rager, Jarvis. Take Jarvis out of it.
Rager.
I really like Pittman, dude.
Pittman seems to be the smarter play there, but I think they're going to run the ball a lot there, man. I really do.
I like Pittman.
What's the matchup on that?
I don't like Rager in the rain. I mean, if we're going to pick it, we're going to eliminate Rager and Jarvis because it's an ugly, rainy game, and the Cleveland games that have been really bad in those last couple weeks. So it's between Duke against the Patriots defense, Cooks, against the Patriots defense, or Pittman against Green Bay.
I want to see one thing real fast.
Is Jair playing? Is that what you're looking up?
No, I know Jair's playing. I was looking to see if Kevin King was playing. Kevin King is dealing with an Achilles. Now, how the matchup should go is Jair Alexander will cover T.Y. Hilton. Should. They do flip-flop a little bit. I think Pittman could have the better day.
Yeah, I think it's Pittman out of those. If I had the option,
if they choose to throw the ball, we don't know.
They're going to have to throw the ball. You figure, you know what I mean? At some point, they're going to have to throw the ball. And Pittman's becoming one of Rivers' favorite targets real quick here.
I hope Cam outscores Brady today. I'm going to talk to you guys later about that.
Well, you have to talk to us Tuesday morning about it because Brady's playing Monday night. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we'll have
That's
to let this one simmer for 2 days.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be the overcooked bird on Wednesday. show.
Yeah, the overcooked bird.
The
Maybe.
overcooked Brady. All right, let's keep it going. Matt Daly, Godwin or Cup full PPR?
Godwin.
Cool.
It's Godwin for me as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Volume.
we talked about Cup up against that Tampa Bay defense.
Sure did. Thank you for the question, Matt. Kashif Mustafa.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for the question. Do I start Zeke or Miles Sanders in PPR this week?
Another one with a loaded team that has, a heck of options here. Miles
I have
Sanders.
Dalvin Cook and Miles Sanders in one league.
Yeah, but you don't have Zeke also. You're not choosing between those two. If you had, what team do you have that you're choosing between Zeke and Miles Sanders and you already have like another running back? Like,
Must be a heck of a trader
18
maybe.
PPR.
like you.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he got on the
But I'm
trades.
rolling Sanders in this
I'll
one.
roll
Yeah.
Sanders out. Game script. It's not going to be a lot done through the air. It's going to be a ground game for sure. And it's PPR, so the passing definitely adds.
Still calling a Zeke breakout game, but
More to it.
bounce back game. But Sanders is the safer play.
Cool. Tim Barrett again, Tua or Herbert?
Herbert.
Yeah.
Easy smash. Herbert against the Jets.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
And our
another one
last
you need to bounce back.
one of the day to wrap it up. Brad Urseg wants to know Harris, Shark, or Anderson for flex with the recent news. I'm going to go Harris here.
No Sony Michelle Harris.
Sony
is one.
Michel,
You
Jimmy
got him ranked
Harris.
in the right order.
Yeah, right
1,
in
2,
that
3.
order. And
Yep.
if you want the smash upside of a touchdown through the air, big yardage, you go Chark. If you
Yeah.
want the floor game of Harris, I think Harris has a great game today against Houston.
Agreed.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you for the question.
Wow, guys, we did it. It is 5 after 12. Any last minute? Let's see. Let me just check to see if there was any last minute.
While Chef is looking that up, we'll do one more right here.
While you're
Pick
doing that, PPR pick 2, Givenchy. Thank you for tuning in.
Givenchy.
Nice.
God bless you.
Deontay Johnson and
Jacoby Myers, Mike Williams. Listen, Mike Williams is a great play. He's going up against the Jets. Jacoby Myers, we
Yeah.
talked about being in the slot 72.6% of the time, and he's going to get Vernon Hargraves. That's a great matchup. But Deontay Johnson against the Jags, I've been beating that drum all day long, and I'm going to keep doing it. And I
Whoa,
don't
whoa,
know.
whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa. We talked about this earlier. I'm sorry.
Hold
Go
on a
ahead.
second. Yeah, so if I'm picking 2 here, Deontay Johnson's one of them, Mr. Swanson, and I guess Antonio Gibson's the other.
I guess
Mike
so,
Williams.
yeah.
Yeah, they're all great though. I don't think you can pick. I think all 4 of those will have decent games today. Then they'll all produce today.
I do like Williams against the Jets, though.
I like that too, but I think the most likely scenario is they're up and they run the ball and they don't have to rely on throwing deep passes too much, and he doesn't have a huge game. Same can be
Right,
said for
okay.
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
So Gibson 1, and then Deontay Johnson, I guess, 2. Mike Williams right behind him.
Hey, just a couple of quick things on the cornerback side of things. We have some actives and inactives. Rasul Douglas for the Carolina Panthers is active. He would be going up against Marvin Jones.
He can be
Dante Jackson is out for the Panthers, so that opens up Marvin Hall to Troy Pride, who he could probably just run right over. Who else? Stephon Gilmore is active today.
Okay.
All right.
So
Really?
we'd be right to be.
And then
favoring
here's
Cooks
the
a little
bigger
bit.
one. Marshawn Lattimore is out.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So yeah, definitely bump up Julio on that
Really?
list that we
Julio
talked
goes
about.
out,
And
yeah.
let's go Calvin Ridley too.
Yeah, absolutely. Bump up Julio Jones, bump up Calvin Ridley. That puts Janoris Jenkins on Julio Jones.
Good night.
Oh, man. Good night. I think Atlanta takes this one. I think it helps Todd Gurley out too,
Yeah.
because
Sure.
they'll be able to open up the field. They're going to have to play back. They won't be able to safety blitz at all.
That's going to be a great game. All these games are going to be pretty good
This
today.
one's good.
I'm
This
excited.
matchup is going to be awesome.
Today's going to be a good
Um,
football day.
I don't think I have too many other actives. N'Keal Harry is active for the Patriots. Damian Harris, we already talked about. Ryan Izzo, tight end, is active. Not fantasy relevant,
No,
really.
no.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, shout out to all the viewers out there and the listeners. You guys keep
time,
rolling
man.
in, and all the new people,
Thank
and Greg
you.
Ryman and Adam Polio, like everybody that's sending
we
these in,
answer all
Kashif
these?
Mustafa. Like,
Almost. I'm gonna
Almost.
say I want to get to these real quick when we're thanking everybody. Greg, I think it's Hunt here, and then I'm gonna go right down to
we'll go
Adam,
with Hunt.
and I'm gonna go with Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Yeah, I'm gonna fade Robinson. These matchups,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for the questions. And
Yeah, we're
just
scared of that Steelers defense, guys.
Yeah, big time. But yeah,
All right,
everybody who
let's
tuned in
take
today,
it
this was awesome. You guys drive the show every single Sunday.
100%.
I don't even know why we start putting the show sheet together anymore. We
Yeah,
get
it
through
always
one
turns into
matchup.
the questions.
It's amazing. It really is. And good luck to everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Indeed, tomorrow night. Listen, tomorrow night we'll be doing a recap show and preview for the Monday night game, the Big Bucks and Rams game. On Wednesdays we do the tilt. This Wednesday will be a Thanksgiving special, and we'll be recording that live as well, sometime around dinner time, usually around 6 or 7 p.m. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, we're here every Sunday, and we're glad you guys are here with us, and you guys absolutely drive the show, and it was awesome today, and you had a lot of questions, and there's a lot of good tilts out there, and we all tilt, and I'm glad we were able to get to the bottom of some of these.
Yeah, like Juan said, it was great. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hit subscribe on YouTube.
Indeed.
Check out our Facebook page at the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast Facebook page. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. The Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast. Follow us wherever you're listening or watching. Follow us. Thank you so much. I guess I'll take it out from here.
Dealing.
Oh,
sorry, I wanted to sneak it in there.
Yeah. Adam Polio, you can put it up real fast. I mean, I don't care.
Thielen.
Last one, T. Higgins or Thielen? Yeah, it's Thielen, bro. You got to play Thielen. I like Higgins.
I like him a lot too. Yeah, but this matchup,
I think Thielen's going to eat in this one, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a Thielen game. Cool. But yeah, for everybody out there listening, thank you so much for tuning in. Like Juan said, we do this 3 times a week. Join us tomorrow for our Sunday recap, Monday Night Football preview show. We will give you our fantasy reactions for the Sunday games and give you a little cool insight for the Monday night matchup, which it looks like it's going to be a really, really good one.
Yeah, tonight's game is good too. Raiders Chiefs, and we got a lot of good primetime games. It's going to be a great week of football.
But I think that's about it. For those of you that don't know me, I am James Crease, also known as the FF Chef. You can find me at FF_Chef on Twitter. I do some work with Ball Blast Football and at Join Our Circle _ as well. I write for Ball Blast, and we do the Fantasy Six Pack with me and Juan and Corey Spela, coming out on YouTube every Wednesday, I believe. So go ahead and hit subscribe over there as well at Join Our Circle _ or Fantasy Intervention.
Fantasy Intervention at Join Our Circle _
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's also where you can find me. I'm Juan Carlos Pena at FF One of a Kind. I'm at Join Our Circle _ If you want the written work, you can go to thetiltisreal.com and check out some of those articles there. And yeah, like the chef said, we do the 6-pack every week on Wednesdays with Corey Spela. And then on Thursdays, we do Breaking Down the Numbers with Chase Vernon and Dave Kluge. So tune into that. And I'll let Mr. Swanson, our producer here, take us home.
You guys are great. I love doing this every Sunday. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. You can find me on Twitter at FFJawn, JAWN Swanson. I'm going to wrap up the show real quick by getting this last one in here for Colton Cash. Thank you for tuning in. Pick 2. This is half PPR. We got to pick 3 of them. Deontay Johnson. Pick 3. So I just fade Gio and just start all 3.
Yep. That's it.
Cool. Again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good luck. Happy Sunday.
Good luck today. Go get them, guys.
Go win your leagues. Thank you.
See you in the playoffs.
Thank you for listening to the Tilt is Real Fantasy Podcast. Check out our website at thetiltisreal.com for weekly articles, breakdowns, and more. Follow us on Twitter at TIR_pod. We'll see you Tilters next week.